January 6th speech to make it appear he was explicitly advocating violence that day. But the government-funded broadcaster has refused to pay damages because the documentary never aired in the U.S. and because President Trump went on to win the 2024 election. Ball now firmly in Trump's court.
Texas A&M is limiting classroom discussions on gender and race.
University regents unanimously agreed to ban any courses from advocating race or gender ideology or topics related to sexual orientation or gender identity without a campus president's approval. The rule tightening comes after Republican politicians in Texas accused public universities of indoctrinating students with liberal ideas about race and gender. In September, Texas A&M fired a lecturer after a student accused her of teaching that there are more than two genders.
That's Michael Wallace. And there's concern over social media influencers promoting medications without explaining the risks.
A study published in JAMA found nearly a quarter of posts about drugs by influencers on TikTok and Instagram used promotional language like life-changing or revolutionary. But in 80% of cases, influencers didn't disclose their posts were sponsored.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
95.9 WATD.com. 32 degrees. Now the sun is up around the South Shore. Good morning on a Friday. I'm Laurie Kirby, WATD News, and the news is brought to you at 7 by St. Anne's Credit Union. Leverage the power of St. Anne's local lending advantage at their newly opened lending center at 55 Long Pond Road in Plymouth. NMLS number 525435. Insured by NCUA. Member MSIC. Topping our news at 7 o'clock, a competency hearing for a Cohasset man accused of murdering and dismembering his wife is scheduled for today. The court corrected a previous announcement that today's hearing for Brian Walsh had been canceled. It is still on. Authorities believe Walsh's trial will begin next week after it was postponed initially, while he underwent several mental health evaluations. Walsh was stabbed in prison back in September. His attorney had said his client's physical and mental health have deteriorated since the attack. Authorities say the father of three killed his wife, Anna Walsh, around New Year's Day 2023. Her body has never been found. Prosecutors say Walsh misled investigators in the case. Shohei Ohtani wins his fourth MVP award, only the second player in MLB history to win four and twice in each league. Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge earning the American League accolade for the third time. Who holds the record? You know, Barry Bonds with a record of 7. Coming up, a local guy who loves to hold slithery creatures. And, of course, the weekend weather right here on WATD.
Thinking of purchasing a home? St. Anne's Credit Union can help. They host free seminars monthly where industry experts and guest speakers will review home buying basics, financing options, and tips on improving credit aimed at helping you successfully navigate through life's journey. Space is limited, so sign up today by visiting StAnnes.com/free-seminars. Equal housing opportunity. Member MSIC. Insured by NCUA. NMLS number 525435. Politics on a Saturday after breakfast. 3 South Shore towns are holding special elections tomorrow. In Abington, Nicole Emery and Michael Lavery are competing for a seat on the select board in Abington. That seat was vacated in July when a member resigned. Polls open in Abington at 8 a.m. They close at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Kingston voters are deciding on an override that would fund a partial roof replacement over the Kingston Elementary School. Polls open at 8 a.m. and close at 6 tomorrow night. East Bridgewater is also holding an override election to fund the building of a new central elementary school. Their polls open between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Well, they open at 11, they close at 7. There you have it. And as always, WATD News will have all your results, election results, on our website, 959WATD.com. And outside of the WATD studios yesterday, the Goon Squad was at it again for another Veterans Food drive-thru. And Salem, New Hampshire Town Councilor Paul Pelletier was among them.
That guy over here called Mike Hines, he's a friend of ours, and he says, you want to do good for your for the community and good for your veterans? Come on down and help the food pantry. I was down here the last time. It was pouring rain out of here. It was like I was drenched all the way home, but it was worth it. I had fun. And I'll do it again.
Sandra Faneff of the South Shore Pet Food Pantry was handing out food for our four-legged friends with tails.
Groceries seem like they're getting more expensive, so we feel like if we can help out with the pet food portion of that bill, then that's what we're here for.
And speaking of pets, whose pet was this? We don't know, but here's the story. An Abington guy who understands and loves critters heads out into a chilly night with only a flashlight in his bare hands to save a critter with really big teeth. Joe Kenny is lighting up social media today and the Boston TV networks. He's suddenly famous with a big grin and a baby alligator in his hands. Now, he heard that it was spotted right near the Hatch Memorial Shell along the Esplanade. He listens to WATD's Rob Gilman. He knew it was going to be cold out, so he set out to find the missing gator in 15 minutes. I guess he's the alligator whisperer. He found the creature. Kenny's actually an animal educator with Joe's Crazy Critters. And on his Instagram, you can see Kenny right now grinning with a little alligator. I can't tell if the alligator's smiling or not, but the alligator will be housed and warmed for now and perhaps become a permanent guest at Joe's Crazy Critters. There you have it. Weekend weather, a little bit of everything. This, that, wind, rain, sun. You'll find out coming up, brought to you by Cape Auto Body. Attention Tesla owners, Cape Auto in Plymouth is certified to repair your Tesla for both collision and vehicle service.
When you've been in an accident, dealing with your insurance company can feel overwhelming. At Cape Auto Body, they advocate for you. Their experienced team knows how to navigate the insurance process, making sure your repairs are done the right way. For over 70 years, they've built trust by protecting customers and restoring their vehicles with care. Cape Auto Collision Center in Plymouth, where experience, integrity, and quality meet. Visit CapeAutoBody.com to learn more.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
Good morning, 7:09, and we do have delays this morning as you make your way up along the expressway northbound. We're looking at slowdowns around just before Adams Street, and it's heavy and slow from there up towards Columbia Road. Route 3 along the South Shore looks good. No big delays. Plymouth to Weymouth. 24 is sluggish. Harrison Boulevard up to 93. 93, some reduced speeds getting by Route 28 and 24, and 128's heavy 95 in Canton up towards Route 1 in Dedham. This report sponsored by Churchill and Tilden. If you suffered from a personal injury, contact Churchill and Tilden today. From auto accidents to slips and falls, Churchill and Tilden can offer the legal representation you need online at churchill-tilden.com. churchill-tilden.com. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
It is an icy cold start in a few spots after the rain showers yesterday. Now this is not for Boston and anywhere along the coast, though a few of the towns with low spots, especially on your deck or walkway. Watch that first step. Otherwise, we're looking at more sunshine today. There'll be some clouds at times, and it's going to feel colder again with the wind in the mid-40s. Tonight, well below freezing, away from the city once again, and the immediate coast, a low of 27 under a clear sky, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow looks beautiful with bright sunshine in the morning and a blue sky. Then clouds will increase, a high of 44. Some rain overnight tomorrow night. That'll end very early Sunday morning. First thing, clouds will break to some sun. The winds will increase, making it feel colder as the temperature drops from the low 50s. Monday, with that storm to our north, very windy and cold. Times of clouds and sunshine, a high 43. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Sun and clouds, 32 degrees in Marshfield at the weather station WATD. I'm Lori Kirby at 7:12. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
7 o'clock hour of the South Shore's Morning News, and that means time now to play Name That Tune with Stephen Cardianis of the Plymouth Philharmonic. Let's bring him on. PlymouthPhil.org. Stephen Cardianis, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
I don't know why, but today, among other things, is National Pickle Day and National Spicy Guacamole Day.
Oh, two good ones. Yum, yum.
Yeah, it's also National Seatbelt Day today, which for sure is more important.
All right, buckle up your pickle.
Buckle up. There you go.
Okay, I've been told that before.
Hey-o. All right, so here we are. Here's how it works. By the way, thanks for watching us. You can see us up on YouTube, and I got Stephen's photo up there on the YouTube feed, WATD YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. All right, so here's how it works. Name that tune, and you can see I'm holding in my hand right now a voucher that you could win to the next Plymouth Phil concert, which is Hooray for Hollywood, November 21st, 7 p.m. at Memorial Hall. It's going to be a great concert, a lot of fun, very good playlist. Well, they all are, but this one is especially exciting. Hooray for Hollywood, a lot of great songs in there that I'm looking forward to, like Back to the Future. I think some Back to the Future music, November 21st at 7. You can go to see the show if you can name that tune, and you have to call in. So here's the number. You call in as soon as you know it. Call 781-837-4900. The first person that does it gets the ticket. You go on the radio. 781-837-4900. But call in 781-837-4900 and name that tune. That's how it works, Stephen. All right, let's get it set up.
Sure. Well, today, November 14th, we celebrate the birth anniversary of one of the most famous American composers of the 20th century. Let it roll, Rob. This American composer was born 125 years ago today, November 14th, 1900. In many musical circles, this composer is considered the dean of American music. He created a quintessential American musical style in his ballets and orchestral works. He won a Pulitzer Prize for composing the ballet Appalachian Spring. He wrote film music, too. One of my favorites is the music he composed for the 1940 movie adaptation of Thornton Wilder's Our Town. His film score for The Heiress won him an Oscar. About the music we hear now, in 1942, the then conductor of the Cincinnati Symphony wrote this composer requesting a specific type of patriotic-sounding music to help him with the war effort. The result is the music we hear now for brass and percussion instruments. I'm sure you know this, Lori.
I do, but I'm not allowed to say it out loud, but I do. And
that is correct.
I know, I've learned finally not to blurt out the answer. So, but I love today's choices. Yes.
Ooh, okay, we're back, and all the phone lines are jammed today. This is one of those days. It doesn't happen very often in Name That Tune, where all the lines are jammed while I'm getting one caller, and we don't have to go over and over again. So let's go right to the phone, Stephen. We've got Kay in Norwell. Kay is on line one. Kay, you're on with Stephen Cardianis of the Plymouth Philharmonic. Kay, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Kay. Thanks so much for calling in. Name that tune.
Well, it's a fanfare for the common man.
Very good. And by chance, do you know the name of the composer celebrating a birthday today?
Wait, I didn't hear. What is it?
Do you know the composer's name?
Oh, it's Aaron Copland.
There we are.
She's
You've
got
got
that
it all.
too.
Very good. Born 125 years ago today.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why we play it. And by the way, on a radio interview, when he was asked about this music, his answer was, "The best title I ever wrote."
Wow. Well, Kay, you've won a voucher. You're going to go to Hooray for Hollywood, November
Thank
21st at 7 at Memorial Hall. We're going to send
Yes.
you that voucher, and you're going to be there, Kay.
Thank you so much. I
That's
appreciate it. It's wonderful.
1 week from tonight.
Oh, my. That's right. Okay. All right. And Kay, hang on here because we have a bonus tune, right, Stephen?
Sure, let it roll.
Kay, let's see if we can get this for fun. Hold on here.
Oh.
Beef.
Yeah.
It's what's for dinner.
I think that's rodeo because it always makes me want to dance.
That's right. That's from Aaron Copland's ballet Rodeo, or Rodeo as they pronounced it. And this is the hoedown section from Rodeo, originally choreographed by Agnes DeMille in 1943. Hoedown is by far the most famous part of this ballet score.
Wow, great job, Kay. Wonderful job today, Kay, from Norwell. We love it over there in Norwell. And Kay, we're going to give you those tickets, and you're going to have a good time at the Phil a week from today.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Thanks for calling, Kay.
There she goes.
She's
Kay
really
from
happy.
Norwell. Yeah, I know.
I
Well,
love that.
yeah, I love that. Okay, and Stephen, before we go, though, we also have a fun song to close out with.
Sure, let it roll. It was 140 years ago this week, November 11th, 1885. World War II General George S. Patton was born in San Gabriel, California. His strict discipline, toughness, and self-sacrifice elicited pride within his ranks. However, his erratic temper led to numerous controversies during his career. We hear now Academy Award-winning music by Jerry Goldsmith for the 1970 film Patton, starring George C. Scott. And Rob, special to you, among other music, Jerry Goldsmith composed the film score to the original Star Trek movie in 1979, as well as the theme to the TV series Star Trek: The Next Generation. I know I have your attention now, Rob.
Yeah, you're ringing his bell.
I do. Some of that great Star Trek music, and there's a lot of great Star Trek music, and actually a lot of great composers, and he is one of them. So, Jerry Goldsmith, boy, there you go. That was wonderful. What a good name, that tune. And Kay from Norwell, isn't she so happy? That's great.
She is.
Yeah.
Well, all right, name that tune. We do it every Friday at this time. PlymouthPhil.org, PlymouthPhil.org. Get your tickets for the upcoming shows. We're going to have a special guest next week. One of Stephen's guests, in fact, at the concert is going to be joining us, Stephen, next week.
That's right, our guest vocalist, Jason Tremblay. She is fantastic. I can hardly wait to present her to our audiences.
Yeah, that'll be next week on WATD. Stephen, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Rob Laurie. Make it a great day.
You too.
Name that tune on WATD. All right, let's get out to the roads now. Traffic and weather. Let's see if we have any tough spots out there this morning on your Friday. We'll start here with the drive on Route 3, which looks good along the South Shore. It's been pretty good all morning long, so still is for you. Clark Road in Plymouth up to Union Street in Braintree. Not seeing any issues. The expressway northbound is slow. East Milton up towards Columbia Road. 24 on the northbound side, sluggish. Harrison Boulevard up to 93. 93 is slow. 28 to 138. We got delays there out of Randolph over to Canton. And then more delays, 95 to 109. A little busy at the Sagamore and a little heavier up and over the Bourne Bridge. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weekend weather. Chief Meteorologist Rob Gilman, sponsored by Cape Cod Community College, dedicated to providing exceptional educational programs and services that cater to your unique requirements. Cape Cod Community College.
From the city once again, and the immediate coast, a low of 27 under a clear sky, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow looks beautiful with bright sunshine in the morning and a blue sky, then clouds will increase, a high of 44. Some rain overnight tomorrow night. That'll end very early Sunday morning. First thing, clouds will break to some sun. The winds will increase, making it feel colder as the temperature drops from the low 50s. Monday, with that storm to our north, very windy and cold. Times of clouds and sunshine, a high 43. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Thanks, Rob. Right now, outside our studio, we're at 33 degrees at the weather station, WATD. Sports is next.
Free, like actually free. Seriously, if you're in Massachusetts and don't have a bachelor's degree, then Cape Cod Community College is free. Unlike some of those other schools that say they're free, but only if your family makes under $3 a year and you juggle fire. No tuition, no fees, no insane requirements. Go to capecod.edu/free and apply today. That's capecod.edu/FREE to learn more and apply.
WATD Sports, sponsored by Cape Cod 5. Passionate about supporting the financial wellness of individuals, families, and businesses across southeastern Massachusetts. Visit their new location on Commerce Way in Plymouth today, Cape Cod 5. All right, so let's get to the Patriots. How about them Patriots last night? Another game, another win. And the Patriots beating the Jets last night. The Patriots have had 8 straight wins, and they are now 9-2 on the season. And the Patriots got the win over the Jets, 27-14 last night. Drake May threw for 281 yards and a touchdown. And the Patriots at 9-2, the best record in the NFL, pending this weekend's games. The Patriots matched their longest winning streak since Tom Brady's final season with the team in 2019. Up next, your Patriots will take on the Bengals in Cincinnati next Sunday, November 23rd at 1. A loss for the Bruins. Their 7-game winning streak came to an end up in Ottawa, losing to the Senators 5-3. The Bruins will try to bounce back tomorrow night. They'll be taking on the Canadiens in Montreal at 7. Celtics are off until Sunday afternoon. They'll host the LA Clippers at 3:30. High school playoff football tonight on WATD. Hanover hosts Archbishop Williams. That will be at 7 o'clock tonight. Oh, yeah, Brendan Connolly has more on that, including all the rest of the sports. Brendan.
That's right, guys. Another great night of playoff action for our local sports teams. Some have even punched tickets to the state semifinals. Let's begin with Thursday's boys soccer results. In the Division I tournament, BC High forced overtime but fell in a heartbreaker to Natick, losing 2-1. In Division III play, Scituate moved on to the semifinals, knocking off East Bridgewater 1-0. Grady Vicendon had the game's lone goal. The victory marks the furthest that Scituate's boys soccer team has advanced in program history. Pembroke fell to Dover Sherborne, losing 3-0. On the girls' side, Braintree saw its run come to a halt in the Division I tournament, losing 3-0 to Natick. In field hockey news, Hingham clinched a trip to the Division I championship game, topping Canton 4-1. And in Division IV, Cohasset lost a hard-fought battle in overtime to Dennis Yarmouth, falling 4-3. Looking for some playoff football action tonight? Keep it tuned to WATD for a Division V battle. Hanover will host Archbishop Williams in the quarterfinals. That game kicks off at 7 o'clock, and you can hear it all right here on 95.9 WATD. Brendan Connolly, WATD Sports.
At Cape Cod 5, we're proud to take an active role in helping to create strong and vibrant communities throughout our region. From volunteering to providing financial education to sponsoring local events and organizations, giving back is a part of who we are. In fact, Cape Cod 5 gives over $1.5 million annually to community organizations, making a meaningful difference in the lives of those on Cape Cod, on the islands, and in southeastern Mass. Find out more at capecod5.com, member FDIC.
Don't miss one of our nation's best traditions, America's Hometown Thanksgiving Celebration in Plymouth. This nationally ranked Thanksgiving celebration kicks off Friday night, November 21st, with the Phil. Saturday morning at 10 at the waterfront, that's when the parade begins. Join WCVB live as the parade floats by with the UMass Marching Band. And special tributes to the Jaws 50th anniversary, the Muppets 70th anniversary, and new floats depicting our nation's history. Waterfront activities include the new Holiday Village with vendors, and of course Santa, the Children's Pavilion filled with activities for the kids, the craft beer and wine tent and food truck alley. There's something for everyone. Enjoy a Saturday evening concert with the Drum and Bugle Corps and collegiate bands. Free parking with shuttles from the Overy Lot and Kingston MBTA every 15 minutes all day Saturday. America's Hometown Thanksgiving Celebration, November 21st through the 23rd on the Plymouth waterfront. Visit usathanksgiving.com for more information.
7:27 on the South Shore's Morning News, WATD. Our digital pro is Kim Commando.
If you're making restaurant reservations for tonight or this weekend, maybe you'll use the popular app OpenTable. It seems pretty straightforward. Most of the best restaurants are listed. Choose one, pick a night and time, and your table's booked, all at no charge to you, or so we thought. I'm Kim Commando for Carbonite, my number one choice for cloud backup. Save 50% at carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better life with Carbonite. When you use OpenTable for reservations, what happens at the table might not stay at the table because nothing's really free. With OpenTable, you don't pay with money. You pay with information. Picky about your order? Can you tell when the fish is not fresh? Or the difference between medium rare and medium well? Ever sent a bottle of wine back? It's noticed. And then there's your spending habits. Do you tip well? OpenTable knows, and they'll tell all the other restaurants when you make reservations. Anywhere, anytime. Join a million folks who get my free newsletter. Sign up now at getkim.com.
Hi, it's John Paul, the car doctor. Thinking of buying a new car, selling the car you have, or just trying to get rid of that pesky check engine light? Join me on WATD every Sunday morning at 11. We'll have interesting guests, the latest news from the automotive industry, play a little car trivia, and answer all of your car questions. It all happens each Sunday morning at 11 on 95.9 WATD.
Sponsored by AAA Northeast, Sunday mornings at 11 on 95.9 WATD. WATD time 7:29. We have the 7:30 news coming up with Lori Kirby and you on the text line. Anytime you want to text the show, you can. All texters are welcome. You love to text? Sure you do. Not while driving, though, but connect with us. WATD text line sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900 is our text line. And don't forget, Big Gerard Farm, Marshfield Grand Prize. We're going to do that after the news at 8 for that hot turkey dinner for 10 to 12 people. That's when you'll be calling in. All right, let's get a check of the roads. Route 3 looks good along the South Shore. Looks good. Plymouth to Weymouth. We got a crash. A vehicle struck a deer. 495 southbound. This is in Middleborough. 495 south prior to Route 44. 495 south between 24 and 44. A car versus a deer. 24 is slow out of Avon up to 93. The expressway northbound is slow. Adams Street up towards Andrews Square. Does look a little busy getting over the Bourne Bridge into the Rotary. South Shore weather. For today, we will have a mix of sun and clouds. High today 45. Tonight, clearing, cold, a low down to 27. 34 in Marshfield, 7:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
34 degrees around the South Shore with some sunshine out there. Good Friday morning. I'm Lori Kirby, WATD News. The news at 7:30 is sponsored by Churchill & Tilden today. When you're dealing with personal injury, it's important to have experienced lawyers to guide you through the process. Go to court with proper representation. Churchill & Tilden. And the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, 43 days and nights, is officially over. But getting back to normal is not going to happen all at once. Here's what could happen today. SNAP benefits could be going out nationwide, though for some states it could take up to a week. At the airports, though, expect further delays and flight disruptions. This is going to take a little while to get back to normal after some of those airlines cut flights under the order of the FAA. So again, if you're flying out or picking up today at Logan Airport, you do want to call ahead or check with your airline. MVP MLB.
Two-way star Shohei Ohtani won his 4th MVP award in a unanimous vote for the National League honor, and Aaron Judge earned the American League accolade for the 3rd time. Ohtani was named MVP for the 3rd straight year. It's his 2nd in the NL, with the 2-time defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers after winning 2 in the AL with the Angels. All 4 have been unanimous. Judge became the New York Yankees' 4th 3-time winner, edging Seattle's Cal Raleigh with 17 first-place votes to 13 for the switch-hitting catcher. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
A Pembroke man convicted of 7 counts of child rape is sentenced to serve 3 decades in prison. 47-year-old David Johnson Jr. sentenced, convicted last month of 3 counts of rape following a 6-day trial. Plymouth County DA Tim Cruz says Johnson was arrested in May of 2021 following an investigation by Pembroke police into a series of rapes and sexual assaults that spanned over the course of decades after multiple victims came forward. And a park honoring the legacy of President John Quincy Adams will be dedicated in Quincy tomorrow. The Pocket Park is located in Quincy Center at the intersection of Hancock and Chestnut Streets. Professor Randall Woods, historian and author of the book John Quincy Adams, A Public Life, A Private Life, will be the guest speaker. Mayor Tom Koch says the new park is not just a place for remembrance, but also where future generations can draw inspiration from the nation's 6th president who championed education and civil liberties. The Quincy ceremony is scheduled to begin at 11 o'clock tomorrow. We'll continue with much more news coming up right after this.
From car accidents and workplace injuries to dog attacks, if you've been injured in Massachusetts, it's important to know specific state laws that apply to your situation. That's why it's important to have experienced personal injury lawyers to guide you through the process. The attorneys at Churchill & Tilden offer comprehensive representation and services, handling all types of personal injury claims, including automobile accidents, slip and fall accidents, dog bites, animal attacks, general negligence, and more. Churchill & Tilden also represent individuals charged with criminal matters, such as drug offenses, operating under the influence, assault, larceny, probation violations, and restraining orders. Pamela Churchill and Charlotte Tilden will handle your case from pre-arraignment to trial in both the District Court and Superior Court. Don't go to court without proper representation. Call Churchill & Tilden at 508-747-6363. That's 508-747-6363. Request a free consultation online at churchill-tilden.com. Churchill & Tilden, meeting your needs and exceeding your expectations.
7:35, Good Friday morning now, 35 degrees in Marshfield, headed for a high today of 45. Should be a nice day, a little bit of a cold breeze. It's brisk out there and back under the freezing mark later tonight with a chilly 27 degrees. A bright moon, though. Tomorrow night, evening rain. We'll check in with Rob Gilman for weekend weather coming up on the 9s. And it's voting day tomorrow in 3 South Shore towns. Special elections on tap. Let's start in Abington, where Nicole Emery and Michael Lavery are face-to-face in a competition for a board seat, the select board. That seat vacated back in the summer when a member resigned. Polls open in Abington at 8 o'clock in the morning. They close at 4 p.m. Kingston voters are deciding on an override that would fund a partial roof replacement at the Kingston Elementary School. Polls open in Kingston at 8 a.m. They close at 6 p.m. East Bridgewater is also holding an override election to fund the building of a new Central Elementary School. Their polls open at 11 o'clock in the morning and close at 7 at night. As always, WATD News will have all the election results on our website, 959watd.com. Plymouth officials will be using the governor's bill for those appointed or elected to office who have not been sworn in within the required 30 days. This is the Plymouth town manager, Derek Brindisi. with more.
It's really just special legislation. We don't use it that often, but in the case of the elected officials and the appointed officials who all were not able to get sworn in within the 30-day bylaw requirement, we believe the best course of action is to submit the special legislation directly to the governor's office with the support of the state delegation in order to remedy those folks that didn't take the oath of office within that 30-day period.
And now to good deeds, and the cars lining up as always on Enterprise Drive in Marshfield. That's our address. That's where we live here at WATD. We're at the dump. And this was the Veterans Food Drive-Thru, as Veterans Voice co-host Craig Wolf explains.
So here we are at the WATD Veteran Food Drive-Thru. We got about 40 goons here, all in action. And thanks to some listeners and Steve Teradiotis from Philharmonic. How do you say Philharmonic? Is that a good? The music guy out of Plymouth Memorial Hall. Is the second time he's come by, made a great donation. So we take that gift card, we give it to Kim. She goes to a meat wholesaler, and we got a full pickup truck load extra of frozen chickens. So come on down and get those. And we have just showed the whole pile of Oreo cookies, so you got to get here fast because Mike from Denham is going to eat all those cookies.
And again, that's a reference to his sister, Kim Wolf, who does so many selfless deeds for the communities and veterans there. Also, Christina Carreri of the Soul Sisterhood Summit drove her car over, not to pick up food, but to make a donation.
They just cleaned out my entire trunk. Yeah, we had donations from almost everyone that came. We had about 250 women of all ages and all stages that attended the event, and I was just mesmerized that that everyone brought something. It was great. So I was literally picking up the last bit of items from our T3 stages, which is right around the corner from ATD, and just because we couldn't fit it all in our car on Tuesday, and I saw that this was going on and thought, what better place to bring it than here?
Good people, good cause. The next Veterans Food Drive-Thru is taking place Thursday, December 11th at the WATD studios at 130 Enterprise Drive in Marshfield. And tune into Veterans Voice Radio every Thursday night at 7 p.m. right here on 95.9 WATD. You'll get more of Craig Wolf and company. You'll get more on the weather details with meteorologist Rob Gilman coming up, brought to you by East Coast Mini Splits and Heat Pumps. Get your no-cost energy audit online by visiting eastcoastminisplitsandheatpumps.com and start cutting your energy bills today.
This winter, when the temperatures plummet and your heating system croaks, East Coast Mini Splits to the rescue.
I'm Pete the Heat, and I bring the warmth.
I'm Captain Cool Breeze, and I bring the chill.
Together, they're the heating and cooling heroes, blasting in with mini splits and heat pumps that save money, energy, and marriages.
One call will do it all.
We're putting smiles on faces by creating cozy spaces.
East Coast Mini Splits, your local authorized Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning contractor. Schedule your free consultation today at eastcoastminisplits.com. Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 7:39. Taking a look at the ride on 495 southbound. That slow vehicle struck a deer. 495 southbound in the stretch between 24 and 44 heading into Middleborough. So it's pretty heavy there. Route 44, we get some traffic light delays at 105. And again, westbound getting into the Rotary in Middleborough. A lot of Middleborough references there for you. Route 3 south is okay at the Sagamore. A little slow at the lane drop at Derby. 25 east, a little busier up and over the Bourne Bridge. The expressway northbound is heavy from East Milton up towards Columbia Road. And we are seeing delays on 128. It's slow in spots from 95 in Canton up towards 109 in Dedham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory, freezing cold this morning, 32 degrees, the dew point 28 with a northwest wind 11 gusting to 17 miles an hour. Bundle up. The barometer rising 29.97 inches. I'll be attending an event this weekend. I'll talk about that. Meanwhile, that wind making it feel colder this morning here on the South Shore. We'll see times of sunshine. Some clouds will move in later in the mid-40s. Tonight, clear, a low of 27, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow, sunshine will mix with clouds. And the event is at the Panagia Greek Church in Cohasset, right near the border of Cohasset, Hull, and Hingham, 811 Jerusalem Road from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. It's a celebration of local lore and history of Straits Pond. Hope to see you there Saturday afternoon between 1 and 4 o'clock. Then after dark, some rain will move in overnight. That'll end very early, first thing Sunday morning. We'll get back to some sunshine. There'll be a gusty wind in the low to mid-50s, getting colder. Monday, very cold and windy, times of clouds and sun. A high of 43, dry through much of next week. There are no big winter storms in sight. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Clear and cold 34 in Marshfield. At the weather station WATD, I'm Laurie Kirby at 7:42.5. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Lori, thank you so much. Friday edition of the broadcast. Hello, everybody. Glad to have you on the radio or watching us on YouTube. You love to watch on YouTube. Say hello, Lori, to everybody on YouTube.
Hello. I'm sorry I didn't brush my hair today.
On YouTube.
I'm sorry.
For all the kids. They love watching there. If you have nieces or nephews, they can watch us on YouTube. WATD Radio on YouTube. All right, so we're about a half hour away. We just want to remind everybody so you can get to a telephone. I know if you got to pull over and call in because you want that Girard Farm dinner, there's only one we can give away. So this is always the tough thing, right? Wouldn't you want everybody to have a turkey dinner for 10 to 12 people? But there's only one. And so it's a complete hot Thanksgiving dinner, serves 10 to 12 adults. This is to pick up on Thanksgiving Day. This is the big gift certificate. I have an envelope that I will be giving you, and then as soon as you win, we give them the information. You have to call and arrange everything so you can pick it up to make sure that you're on the list officially, okay? Because you need to set it still ahead of time. You can't win the gift certificate and then just show up on Thanksgiving and go, I'm here. Where's my dinner? So, yeah, you'll win the dinner for free, but you just call them and set it up, and then you'll just bring over your gift certificate.
Not you.
Not me. Not me. I won't be cooking. No, Girard Farm will be doing all the cooking for you at 10 to 12 people. And that's, by the way, 810. 810, we're going to be taking caller 14, Girard Farm of Marshfield. All right, well, we had a fun day. Yesterday was a very long night. WATD did come away, though, Lori, with some prizes last night. I don't know if you heard all the details. Yeah. Okay, so yes, we got 5 awards. The Sound of Gold, we got 5 sound bites last night. 5 soundbite awards. How about that?
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Do we have the AI? The AI can play a theme for me? Okay, go ahead. Here's the AI.
Microphones hot, we spark the flame. Every wave carries our name. Massachusetts knows where the beat. WATD can't be beat. Sound bites ringing like a symphony.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's the AI.
So don't be humble. What did you win?
Okay, so it's pretty good, though, wasn't it? That put that song together in 2 minutes.
Who are those people? Are they
I don't
AI
know.
people?
It's an AI. It's an AI.
Know. Okay, we're all out of business.
Remember,
It's scary.
as she talked about with AI can make mistakes. It can do good. if you're looking for cancer, remember your doctor can find 82%, but the AI can find 96%. Wouldn't you want the extra percentage to find the cancer? Yes, you would. However, the AI also took some lady's name, Mary Holland, and called her Mary of the Netherlands, because the AI doesn't know that Holland was not referring to the country, but was in fact her last name. All right, so here we go, Lori. We won 5 sound bites, and I'm going to hold it up here. Look at that. We won the Merit Award for the best morning show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm going to hold it up here for the YouTube audience.
I'm so proud of you.
And the morning news got it. Yeah, so we got second place, but that's pretty good because it's all of Massachusetts. So there you go. How about that?
I think it's, and Beth is on there, too.
Yeah, we got Beth on there. We remember her,
that.
so we appreciate that.
Well,
We
yes.
miss Beth, but when we enter this, obviously she's part of that. So, we enter as a montage of the best show. And so we want to thank Beth Foster, our former co-host. By the way, so 5 awards. So we got Merit Award.
What else?
The number 1 station, by the way, was on the Cape that got the best morning show of all time.
Which one?
Do you remember that woman, Christina, who got up from 99 The Q? I think she was talking about doing a, she's very tall, I think.
The tall redhead who's obsessed with 3i like me. When I said I'm obsessed, she said,
Yes.
me too.
Yes, did you like her?
I liked her. So she came in number 1?
She came in number 1.
Good for her.
I came in number 2, but that ain't bad.
Bad for you.
No, Merit Award is still big. It's still big.
You can't get it every year.
No.
Jeez.
No. So we got
Greedy.
the Merit Award. No, I am happy. I'm happy to get number 2 in all of Massachusetts because it's, again, we compete from Boston all the way out towards Springfield. So to get number 2 for Rob and Beth, that was fun. All right. So let me read all the rest of the awards here. And this is thanks to you guys, by the way, for allowing us to do what we do. So I wanted to share the news with you. This was last night out in Milford. Candy O'Terry doing was the MC for the evening. As you know, she does a great job. Jordan from Mass Broadcasters. So let me read this public service announcement. WATD got a Merit Award for John Shea's Friends of the Bridgewater Music Alley public service. So congratulations to John Shea. Also, of course, what makes radio unique? Theater of the Mind. So for Excellence in Sound, Merit Award, Dan McCready for Battle of Lexington.
Oh, good for him.
Up next, radio. Trustworthy news, right? That's important. Spot News. WATD picked up the first place award for the Wrexham Fire. Marshfield, 95.9 WATD. Dan McCready and Tom Gorman covering a fire. First place. No one beat us in the Spot News category. So how about that? Best in the state. Up next, Play by Play. Yeah, our guy, Quinn Kelly, Merit Award. Number 2. And again, he lost out to the Sports Hub. So I don't think that's, he lost out to the Sports Hub for their Bruins game.
Impressive.
He came in number 2 in the state with his Division 4 Super Bowl call. It was Scituate versus Duxbury, MIAA Division 4 Super Bowl game, Scituate versus Duxbury, his play-by-play. Amazing. He picks up a Merit Award. And then, of course, the 5th award was the show. So, yeah, that's 5 awards, right? Did I read 5? Okay, so how about that? That's not bad for one station, your station, the South Shores radio station, getting 5 awards last night. How about that?
I think it's great, and I don't know if people realize how hard you work in a small staff.
Yeah.
And so I know your audience is it's your payoff because it's not the paycheck.
Yes! There you go, Lori. Well said, well read. Lori Kirby with words of wisdom. 5 stars, 5 sound bites. Look at this on YouTube. It's a little too self-serving, isn't it? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I love it.
All right.
You just need a storm blue uniform to
go along with
that.
it. Yeah. I'm living the dream. Mornings 5 to 10. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. They're still working on it. It's AI. All right. Let's thank you very much, AI guys. do a great job. I love that they don't have to pay you. Traffic and weather update now. Let's see. The expressway northbound is heavy from East Milton up towards Columbia Road. Route 3 is not bad on the northbound side. Southbound a little slow near Derby Street. Not too bad at the Sagamore. A little bit of company at the Bourne. 495, we had a car that struck a deer. A little bit slow between 24 and 44 on 495 South. 24, a little slow near 139, and 128 has pockets from 95 to 109 in Dedham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather forecast. All right, let's get the details. Sponsored by the South Shore Gutter Monkeys. South Shore Gutter Monkeys experience exceptional care for your home with professional gutter cleaning, repair, and installation services. Contact South Shore Gutter Monkeys for a free estimate today. They will take care of it. Do you want to go high on ladders? Very dangerous, very scary? No, you don't. South Shore Gutter Monkeys will take care of it for you. Here's Rob Gilman.
From the city once again, and the immediate coast, a low of 27 under a clear sky, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow looks beautiful with bright sunshine in the morning and a blue sky. Then clouds will increase, a high of 44. Some rain overnight tomorrow night. That'll end very early Sunday morning. First thing, clouds will break to some sun. The winds will increase, making it feel colder as the temperature drops from the low 50s. Monday, with that storm to our north, very windy and cold. Times of clouds and sunshine, a high 43. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Right now in Marshfield, the temperature 37 at the weather station. WATD. Sports next.
Bobby Downspout here, the South Shore Gutter Monkeys, and today we're talking recycling.
Love that recycling.
When the South Shore Gutter Monkey gutter installation team returns from a day in the field, we often arrive back to the shop with a truckload of old gutters and downspouts, and we recycle the scrap aluminum.
Yowza.
And when the South Shore Gutter Monkey service teams pull in, they might have a small load or two of those gutter covers or filters that seem to cause more problems than they're worth, but at least we can recycle them.
Wicked.
Well, here's a box marked 1974. Let's see, we have some old stuff like teamwork, honesty, and integrity.
Hey, we can recycle that stuff too.
We recycle lots of things like old-style customer service, returning phone calls, and showing up on time.
Oh, yeah.
So pick up that old-school phone and call the South Shore Gutter Monkeys at 508-477-9100. That's 508-477-9100.
Write that number down.
Or visit SouthShoreGutterMonkeys.com.
Take it, Johnny.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
7:53 WATD Sports, sponsored by Bellstar Jewelry. Clean out your old jewelry, bring it to Bellstar Jewelry. They buy gold and diamonds. Route 139, Anderson Plaza in Pembroke, Bellstar Jewelry. All right, so the Patriots have won yet again. The Patriots getting the victory. They have won 8 straight games. They're 9-2, beating the Jets last night 27-14, your final score. Up next, Patriots, of course, off this Sunday. They'll be in action next Sunday, taking on the Bengals Sunday, November 23rd at 1 in Cincinnati. The Bruins, their winning streak came to an end as the Bruins lose to the Ottawa Senators by a score of 5-3. Tomorrow, the Bruins will try and bounce back tomorrow night in Montreal. They'll take on the Canadiens at 7. Celtics Sunday will be hosting the LA Clippers Sunday afternoon at the Garden at 3:30. And high school playoff football tonight at 7 on WATD with Quinn Kelly. Hanover will be hosting Archbishop Williams at 7. That's our update on sports.
Jewelry is the most valuable when it has meaning, a memory, a promise, a legacy. When passed down through the generations, jewelry is worth much more than its weight in gold. It holds the memories and experience of everyone that's ever worn it. Trust your cherished pieces to Bellstar Jewelry in Pembroke. Through 4 decades, Paul Murphy has helped generations of families to preserve and repair jewelry. A trusted jeweler is your best advisor. Visit bellstarjewelry.com. Then visit Bellstar Jewelry in person at the Anderson Plaza on Route 139 in Pembroke.
Plymouth Memorial Hall is your home for year-round entertainment on the South Shore.
The stars are brightly shining.
Coming soon, the Irish Tenors, A Family Christmas, on November 30th. featuring Anthony Kearns, Ronan Tynan, and Patrick Hyland. Then, on December 3rd, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy brings their wild and swingin' holiday party to Plymouth.
Out of all the reindeer, you know you're the mastermind.
And finally, on December 4th, the Vienna Boys Choir celebrate the holiday season with Christmas in Vienna. Tickets for the Irish Tenors, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, the Vienna Boys Choir, and many more shows are on sale now at memorialhall.com.
Don't miss one of our nation's best traditions, America's hometown Thanksgiving celebration in Plymouth. This nationally ranked Thanksgiving celebration kicks off Friday night, November 21st, with the Phil. Saturday morning at 10 at the waterfront, that's when the parade begins. Join WCVB live as the parade floats by with the UMass Marching Band. And special tributes to the Jaws 50th anniversary, the Muppets 70th anniversary, and new floats depicting our nation's history. Waterfront activities include the new Holiday Village with vendors, and of course Santa, the Children's Pavilion filled with activities for the kids, the craft beer and wine tent and food truck alley. There's something for everyone. Enjoy a Saturday evening concert with the Drum and Bugle Corps and collegiate bands. Free parking with shuttles from the Overy lot and Kingston MBTA every 15 minutes all day Saturday. America's hometown Thanksgiving celebration, November 21st through the 23rd on the Plymouth waterfront. Visit usathanksgiving.com for more information.
This is the South Shore's Morning News.
Well, hello there. 95.9 WATD, Rob Hakala, the morning team. Lori Kirby is in our newsroom. We'll get the top stories coming up at 8 o'clock. And then Gerard Farm, your chance to call in. Caller 14 after the news today. We'll tell you when to call in. Someone will win that complete hot Thanksgiving dinner for 10 to 12 people on Thanksgiving from Gerard Farm of Marshfield. All right, let's see. Let's go to the text line here, see if we got any text messages in at 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. The text line sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body of Abington and Braintree. John from Marshfield, he wanted to say, how about this for some sports news? A Marshfield alum, Curtis Sherman. John says he's very proud. It's his son, Curtis Sherman, who's the boys' soccer coach at Brighton High School. His team has reached the state semifinals for the first time in their program history. How about that? They beat Rockport 3-2 to reach the semifinals. Some good local news from a Marshfield alum, Curtis Sherman. Congratulations, Curtis, and congratulations to you, John, for your son's hard work. JT in Rockland says, good luck to that Hanover football team tonight. Going to be beating Archbishop Williams, right, JT? He's watching you. He's always watching us live while having coffee on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and he says congrats on the awards. Paul from Hanson and Jean from Norwell saying congrats as well. We love that. Thank you guys so much. All right, it is traffic and weather. Let's check it out now, see if we have any issues. The expressway slow from Adams Street up towards Andrew Square, 495 South. We had a crash working in the area between 24 and 44, so expect delays there. Route 3 is not too bad along the South Shore. 24 is not too bad either. South Shore weather forecast for today. A mix of sun and clouds, 45 tonight, clearing and cold, a low 27. 37 now at 8.
This is the South Shore's radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Southern California is in for a weekend of severe weather as a powerful Pacific storm bears down on the region with heavy rain and high winds. Among the vulnerable, people in areas devastated by the Palisades and Eaton fires earlier this year. This man in Forest Falls has weighed the pros and cons.
The place here is so incredibly beautiful and wonderful that the risks are worth it. You have to be that kind of crazy to be able to stay here.
Elsewhere in California,
The pack fire in the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains exploded late Thursday night, damaging more than a dozen homes and scorching more than 3,000 acres. It's fueled by high winds from an atmospheric river, and crews grounded all firefighting aircraft overnight. The weather system pushed through Northern California yesterday, flooding roads and downing trees.
Correspondent Carter Evans reporting from the Palisades. A California Democrat is facing a federal investigation. CBS's Errol Barnett.
Sources tell CBS News Congressman Eric Swalwell has been referred to the Justice Department. He's now being accused of tax and mortgage fraud. Swalwell has been a vocal critic of President Trump and filed a civil lawsuit against him back in March of 2021. The DOJ has declined to comment.
The Trump administration's confrontation with Venezuela could be on the brink of taking a dangerous new turn. U.S. military action inside the South American nation. Correspondent Natalie Brand.
Two sources tell CBS News that no final decision has yet been made, but these sources say that Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and other senior military officials briefed President Trump on these potential options for the coming days that could include land strikes, according to these sources.
Another honor for baseball superstar Shohei Ohtani.
The Dodgers slugger and pitcher was named National League MVP for the fourth time in 5 years after leading his team to another World Series title. He was the unanimous choice of the Baseball Writers Association of America. Only Barry Bonds has more MVP awards with 7. Not to be outdone,
It's tied! Judge has arrived!
Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge won his 3rd American League MVP award, narrowly edging out Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh in the voting. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
One name on the tip of everyone's tongues at last night's Latin Grammys in Vegas.
And the Grammy goes to Bad Bunny.
Puerto Rican superstar swept the Latin Grammys on Univision with 5 wins, including the biggest album of the year. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
Brisk and sunny, 37 degrees around the South Shore at 8:03. Headed for a high today of 45 degrees. Should be nice all in all. A chilly moonlit night at a low of 27 degrees this evening. Some rain this weekend and some warm up as well. We'll be checking in with Rob Gilman in a little bit here on WATD. And topping our news at 8, a Boston firefighter from Brockton is facing child molestation charges. Suffolk County DA Kevin Hayden says that extremely disturbing allegations against 60-year-old James Corbett involve repeated sexual abuse of a young female victim. The DA's office says the attacks took place between May of 2018 and September of 2024. Bail for Corbett was set at $25,000. He was also ordered to home confinement, monitored by GPS if released, and ordered to have zero contact with any child under the age of 16. Also, he must surrender his passport and any firearms so that he's not a flight risk. Corbett is set to return to court December 22nd for a probable cause hearing. And a competency hearing for a Cohasset man accused in the brutal murder and dismembering of his wife in Cohasset is set for today. Now, the court corrected a previous announcement that today's hearing for Brian Walsh had been canceled. It is still on. We anticipate the trial is expected to begin next week. It was postponed as well while Walsh underwent several mental health evaluations. Walsh was stabbed behind bars back in September. His attorney had said that Walsh's physical and mental health had declined since the incident. Authorities say the father of 3 killed his wife, Anna Walsh, New Year's Day 2023, and then disposed of her body in pieces, her body never found. Prosecutors say Walsh misled investigators in that case. An emergency response drill will be held tomorrow in Quincy. We'll tell you all about that right after this.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade. All the turkeys Bunjies made. Those were the days. Oh, Archie, it's almost turkey time.
Gee, will you stifle it, Edith? Just stifle it.
Do we have to sit through another meal with you running around like a turkey?
No, Archie! I'm having bungees doing the cooking. We just do the eating.
I love bungees. The fresh turkey, the stuff, and the gravy. You know what I love best of all?
No, tell me, Archie.
With a bungees turkey, there's even enough food for the meathead. Those were the days.
And just because you're short on time, don't come up short on dinner. Pick up your fresh, delicious dinner at Bonji's in Duxbury. The news brought to you by Bonji's. An emergency response drill is taking place in Quincy tomorrow. This drill is being held at North Quincy High School. It starts at 7 a.m. and this will run through the afternoon. Quincy officials say the exercise is designed for the city's first responders to practice, to carry out emergency response plans and procedures should there be an incident at the city's 2 high schools. Now, if you live in Quincy or you're going there early to get a bite to eat, there will be parking restrictions on Hunt Street, which is in back of the high school, and a section of Newbury Avenue, which is right next to the athletic field. Residents of surrounding streets, including Oliver Street, will see activity during the day as well. Authorities say experts and representatives from numerous agencies that took part in the drill's planning process will also take part in the exercise and evaluation. And a sprinkler system is credited with putting down a Hanson apartment fire Wednesday night with the help of some crews, of course. Fire Chief Robert O'Brien of Hanson says around 6:45, crews got a call of a bedroom fire on Main Street, the 1479 block. Upon arrival, crews found heavy smoke inside one of the apartment units and sprinklers were flowing big time. Firefighters confirmed the sprinklers had actually knocked down the flames, but the crews were able to completely extinguish it. They had to do what's called a mop-up. Nobody was injured. The apartment units, 2, not 1, sustained pretty heavy water and smoke damage. Investigators now know the cause. They say a candle sparked that fire. And again, 3 South Shore towns are holding special elections tomorrow: Abington, Kingston, and East Bridgewater. Coming up, the forecast for you, brought to you by Rand Handy.
Warm, safe, and comfortable. That's the feeling you get when you've got Rand Handy Oil of Marshfield on your side. Whatever you're looking for in a local home heating oil company, you'll find it at Rand Handy. A new furnace installation or maintenance, dependable delivery, or that emergency call on a cold night is all part of what they do.
This is Kyle Rand of Rand Handy Oil. And when we say your comfort is our concern, we really mean it. For over 4 generations, we've been making sure that we stand by those words with the kind of service that backs it up. Call us and let Rand Handy Oil be your home comfort company.
Rand Handy Oil, Webster Street, Marshfield. Call them at 781-834-8831. That's 781-834-8831. Or check their website at randhandy.com.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 8:09 and 495 southbound. We had some reduced speeds with a car that had struck a deer. 495 south in the area between 24 and 44 in Middleborough, or heading out of Raynham into Middleborough. Expect delays there. 495 south of 24. Not seeing any big delays. Route 3 from Plymouth to Braintree, and 24 itself is pretty good. We've got lighter volume on a Friday. The expressway is slow from East Milton heading up towards Columbia Road. The drive time, Braintree to Boston, at about 20 minutes. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
It is an icy cold start in a few spots after the rain showers yesterday. Now, this is not for Boston and anywhere along the coast, though a few of the towns with low spots, especially on your deck or walkway, watch that first step. Otherwise, we're looking at more sunshine today. There'll be some clouds at times, and it's going to feel colder again with the wind in the mid-40s. Tonight, well below freezing, away from the city once again, and the immediate coast, low of 27 under a clear sky, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow looks beautiful with bright sunshine in the morning and a blue sky, then clouds will increase. a high of 44. Some rain overnight tomorrow night. That'll end very early Sunday morning. First thing, clouds will break to some sun. The winds will increase, making it feel colder as the temperature drops from the low 50s. Monday, with that storm to our north, very windy and cold. Times of clouds and sunshine, the high 43. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
A brisk morning, sunshine out there, 38 in Marshfield at the weather station WATD. I'm Laurie Kirby at 8:11. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
All right, this is the time you've been waiting for. This is a real time. The South Shore's Morning News continues. Yes, it is Friday morning, the 14th of November, and as promised, in just a moment, we're going to give you the cue to call to be caller 14 when we tell you to call in, and you'll be able to pick up the grand prize, Lori. How about that? We've been waiting all week long. We love our friends over at Girard Farm. This is the gift certificate. Do you see it right here, Lori?
I do.
I'm holding it up for the YouTubers at home. Girard Farm of Marshfield. Look at this. Okay, so I'm going to explain what the prize is, and then we'll be telling people when to call in. They're already calling in now. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can. It's a good prize.
It is a
They
good
don't
prize.
have to cook.
Yes, this is a very good prize. Let us do your cooking, and let us, meaning Girard Farm of Marshfield, not Rob and Lori. A complete hot Thanksgiving dinner serves 10 to 12 adults. You pick up on Thanksgiving Day between 11 and noon. You do have to call, though, and pre-order everything. Make sure you get on the list. So when you get this gift certificate, we will ask you to pick this up and then call Girard Farm as soon as you can. We'll have all your name and information so we don't have any imposters. All right, 16 to 17 pound hot roasted turkey, homemade gravy, old-fashioned bread stuffing, 2 quarts of real mashed potatoes, 2 quarts of butternut squash, snowflake dinner rolls, homemade cranberry sauce, homemade cranberry orange relish, and not 1 but 2 pies, apple pie and pumpkin pie. No substitutions or additions.
16 slices
There
for
you
12
go.
people. So some people get 2 slices or breakfast pie for breakfast the
Yeah,
next
this is
day.
great. 2
With
pies.
coffee. Yum.
Girard Farm, Route 139 of Marshfield, GirardTurkeyFarm.com. All right, so we're going to be ready to open up the phone lines in just a moment because we're so excited. What's that, caller? One wants to talk.
When's the Girard Farm of Marshfield giveaway?
Frank, we're going to do it soon.
Are you going to keep talking about it
No.
all morning long or just give it away? We've been listening to the show since 5 in the morning.
Well, no,
3 hours is a long time to wait, buddy.
I realize that we're going to give it away right now. Okay?
Laurie
So,
Kirby is good, but you got to play more oldies.
well, I don't play oldies.
Oh my gosh, he just hung up.
Frank from Marshfield is very rude. All right. Well, I guess he likes you, though. So you like that?
Wow. Yeah,
All right.
because
Clear
he's
that line out.
tough.
Clear that line out. Okay.
He's really tough.
All right, we did. All right, you ready to go, Lori?
Oh, I'm always ready to go. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so here we go. We're going to open the phone lines now, and you can call at 781-837-4900. We're going to take caller 14, and you come on the radio at 781-837-4900. So remember, you have to call, okay? Caller 14 at 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900 is the telephone number. Caller 14, okay? We'll go to the phones. We'll get our winner of the 2025 Girard Farm and Marshfield winner next. Good luck to you.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug! Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
Plymouth Memorial Hall is your home for year-round entertainment on the South Shore.
The stars are brightly shining.
Coming soon, The Irish Tenors, A Family Christmas, on November 30th, featuring Anthony Kearns, Ronan Tynan, and Patrick Hyland. Then, on December 3rd, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy brings their wild and swingin' holiday party to Plymouth.
Out of all the reindeer, you know you're the mastermind.
And finally, on December 4th, the Vienna Boys Choir celebrate the holiday season with Christmas in Vienna. Tickets for the Irish Tenors, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, the Vienna Boys Choir, and many more shows are on sale now at memorialhall.com.
Black Friday is now, and it's all this month only at Sullivan Tire. You'll get huge instant savings on most major tire brands, including Goodyear, Continental, Yokohama, Uniroyal, Nokia, Falcon, and Pirelli, but only while supplies last. Plus, buy 3 tires, get 1 free on select brands. Also, save $50 on our alignment and protection package with a purchase of any 4 tires. Check out all the deals only at Sullivan Tire.
Black Friday is now and all this month at Sullivan Tire.
Your best source for local news. 95.9 WATD, South Shore News. Available anytime at 959WATD.com and always streaming on your smart speaker.
Wednesday Gerard Farm of Marshfield giveaway.
Frank, we already gave it away. Nice try, though. All right, so Lori, we're back. 95.9 WATD, and this is the grand prize. So, unfortunately, yes, we have already given away to caller number 14 this morning, and I did try to convince him very much. It's not very often, as they say, you make the big, I don't know, kind of, you want the payoff, right? You set it up, and then you want the payoff, but Rob from Halifax is working right now, so he had to just sneak away for a very, very short window in order to win this. And he did. So, Rob, you got through fair and square, caller 14. And so, Rob from Halifax, you're our grand prize winner. And so you have won yourself a complete hot Thanksgiving dinner that serves 10 to 12 people from Gerard Farm of Marshfield. You'll be picking it up on Thanksgiving Day. We have all your information, and we'll get you in touch with Gerard Farm to make sure you get that order in and to make sure that all the preparations are ready for you, Rob from Halifax. But you'll have a complete hot Thanksgiving dinner. 10 to 12 people, you'll be picking it up on Thanksgiving Day. For everybody else, I'm sorry, again, we only have one grand prize. But again, get over to Gerard Turkey Farm in Marshfield. They're on Route 139, 1331 Ocean Street. And some great products over there that you can pick up, GerardTurkeyFarm.com. And we thank the Gerard family for, again, partnering with us for another great Thanksgiving contest. We have so much fun doing this every year. All right, the time now, traffic and weather. Just past 8:19, so let's get out to the drive. And we are looking at let's see. Oh, yes, we are still looking at delays. 495 southbound, we had a crash earlier south of Route 24. Expect delays there. We also had reports of a disabled tractor trailer in the breakdown lane, 495 south near Route 44. So a couple of issues there. Route 3 looks good along the South Shore, and the expressway is slow from East Milton up towards Columbia Road. No issues on 128 or down at the Cape Bridges. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather forecast. Let's get the details for you on the weekend weather. And our chief meteorologist is Rob Gilman with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. It's being sponsored by Plymouth Bay Orthopedic, providing immediate care to patients with urgent orthopedic needs. Offices in Plymouth, Sandwich, and Duxbury. Visit pbortho.com, pbortho.com. Rob?
From the city once again, and the immediate coast, low of 27 under a clear sky, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow looks beautiful with bright sunshine in the morning and a blue sky, then clouds will increase, a high of 44. Some rain overnight tomorrow night. That'll end very early Sunday morning. First thing, clouds will break to some sun. The winds will increase, making it feel colder as the temperature drops from the low 50s. Monday, with that storm to our north, very windy and cold. Times of clouds and sunshine, a high 43. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
Thank you, Rob. And right now, outside our studio, 39 in Marshfield at the weather station. WATD Sports coming up. Injuries don't just happen on the field. Everyday accidents can leave you requiring acute orthopedic care. Don't let life leave you sidelined. At Plymouth Bay Ortho Urgent Care, you can book your appointment and be seen within 48 hours for injuries to your shoulder, knee, neck, back, or hands. Each location at Plymouth Bay Orthopedic Associates features on-site x-rays, casting, splinting, and telemedicine services. Bookmark pbortho.com right now so you're ready when you need them. Plymouth Bay Orthopedic Associates with offices in Duxbury, Sandwich, and Plymouth. WATD Sports at 8:23, and our sports report is sponsored by Cross Insurance. For all your home, auto, business insurance needs, contact Cross Insurance on Ocean Street in Marshfield. Cross Insurance. Well, a win for the Patriots as the Patriots got the win last night. They were able to beat the Jets by a score of, final score was Patriots 27, Jets 14. And with that victory, that means the Patriots are now 9-2, and they have won 8 straight games. And rookie Travion Henderson rushed for 2 touchdowns, made a touchdown catch as the Patriots beat the Jets. Drake May threw for 281 yards and a touchdown. Up next, the Patriots will be in Cincinnati to take on the Bengals next Sunday, November 23rd at 1. The Bruins' 7-game winning streak came to an end last night in Ottawa. Bruins lose to the Senators 5-3. The Bees will try and bounce back tomorrow night. They'll take on the Canadiens in Montreal at 7. Celtics are off until Sunday afternoon. They will be hosting the LA Clippers at 3:30. And now, South Shore Sports. Let's turn it over to Brendan Connolly with an update now on all the high school action for us this morning. Brendan, good morning to you, and a preview, by the way, of tonight's playoff game. Brendan?
That's right, guys. Another great night of playoff action for our local sports teams. Some have even punched tickets to the state semifinals. Let's begin with Thursday's boys soccer results. In the Division I tournament, BC High forced overtime but fell in a heartbreaker to Natick, losing 2-1. In Division III play, Scituate moved on to the semifinals, knocking off East Bridgewater 1-0. Grady Vicendon had the game's lone goal. The victory marks the furthest that Scituate's boys soccer team has advanced in program history. Pembroke fell to Dover Sherborne, losing 3-0. On the girls' side, Braintree saw its run come to a halt in the Division I tournament, losing 3-0 to Natick. In field hockey news, Hingham clinched a trip to the Division I championship game, topping Canton 4-1. And in Division IV, Cohasset lost a hard-fought battle in overtime to Dennis Yarmouth, falling 4-3. Looking for some playoff football action tonight? Keep it tuned to WATD for a Division 5 battle. Hanover will host Archbishop Williams in the quarterfinals. That game kicks off at 7 o'clock, and you can hear it all right here on 95.9 WATD. Brendan Connolly, WATD Sports.
Did you know that if you're renting your home or apartment, the master policy held by your landlord doesn't provide coverage for your personal belongings? Hi, this is Carol from Cross Insurance, with local offices in Braintree and Marshfield. And without renter's insurance, your possessions are at risk. A renter's insurance policy from Safety Insurance and Cross Insurance can help safeguard your personal property from theft, fire, or other dangers. Safety Insurance offers numerous coverage options and a broad selection of discounts, including a customer loyalty discount, e-policy, good student, and a discount for paying your policy in full. Plus, by insuring both your home and car with Safety Insurance, you could potentially save up to 20%. Protect your property with renter's insurance from Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance by calling 781-848-8600. That number again is 781-848-8600.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Attorney John Duane here, reminding you to listen to Tom Williams Live this Saturday and every Saturday. Tom Williams has over 45 years of experience giving sound advice on wills, trusts, estates, purchase and sale agreements, and family law. Join the conversation live tomorrow morning at 11 here on 95.9 WATD.
Good morning. The time now is 8:28 on the South Shore's Morning News, 95.9 FM WATD. Our text line is available for you if you want to connect in. And text in 781-837-4900 is our text line. 781-837-4900 is our text line. And the text line is sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. Coming up, traffic and weather in the nines next.
Hey, Dad, I'm really sorry, but I didn't see the wheelbarrow when I was backing out of the driveway, and I put a big dent in the car.
Don't worry about it, sweetie. Happens.
Oh, honey, I don't know what I was doing, but I took a turn a little too tight and dinged up the car on that tree on the corner.
What can you do? Happens.
Dad, I was distracted while driving, and I didn't notice the light had changed, and I maybe sorta kinda rear-ended somebody and banged up the car.
Well, you know what they say. Happens.
Honey, how are you so calm right now?
Because I know Luchetti's can take care of it all. Luchetti's top-of-the-line collision repair service is quick, easy, and affordable. Luchetti's works with all insurance companies and manages each of our claims from start to finish, hassle-free.
When happens, trust Luchetti's, because you can't compete with complete.
All right, 8:30 news just ahead. Lori Kirby in our newsroom right now, 8:29. WATD's traffic and weather. We update it every 10 minutes on the nines, and we're looking at a good ride, Route 3, Plymouth to Weymouth. No delays on 495, 24, 128. It's just all easing out now. Light volume. The expressway, still some reduced speeds as you make your way up. We've got delays from East Milton up towards Andrews Square. The drive time, 20 minutes, Braintree to Boston. South Shore weather. Overall, not bad this morning, mostly sunny, and then we'll have a mix of sun and clouds for the afternoon. The high today up about 45 tonight, clearing in cold, a low down to 39. Right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, 39 degrees. Good morning, it's 8:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
Sunshine, cold wind, 39 degrees around the South Shore at 8:30 this Friday morning. Good morning. I'm Laurie Kirby, WATD News. The news is sponsored by Tiny & Sons Glass. His boys do a good job. 1-888-64-TINYS. TINYS. Federal workers are back in the job this morning and getting paid for it. But the 43-day government shutdown does not mean everything is back to normal yet. While SNAP benefits are going out nationwide as of today, some states say it won't be until Monday that the food benefit is available. At the airports, the FAA warns it's going to take some time to make up for the backlog of flights that were canceled. At Logan Airport right now, there are 26 cancellations and delays, 16 delays according to FlightAware.com. And President Trump's election interference case could be decided today in the state of Georgia. CBS's Jonathan O'Brien is there.
Under the order, the Prosecuting Attorney's Council has until noon today to appoint a replacement for Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis, who was taken off the case over conflicts of interest connected to the selection of Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. If the council doesn't meet the deadline, the case against President Trump and his co-defendants will be dropped. Trump previously issued pardons to all of the defendants named in this case, but that has no impact on state charges.
It's called Operation Spear, a U.S. military operation reportedly planned for Venezuela. CBS's Eleanor Watson reports sources from the Pentagon confirmed the mission to CBS.
The Pentagon's stated reason for the buildup in the Caribbean is to go after drug cartels, to counter narcotics. But President Trump told Norah O'Donnell on 60 Minutes that Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro, his days as president are numbered.
Shohei Ohtani wins it again, his fourth MVP award, only the second player in MLB history to win 4 and twice in each league. And Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge earning the American League accolade for the third time in his career. Barry Bonds holds the record with 7. And Saturday elections on the South Shore, we'll talk about that right after this.
It happened at the supermarket, November 20th, 1993, a Saturday. Most people do not buy duck. We are not a duck-eating people. Who thinks of duck? College quarterback Dick Wright did. On impulse, he pulled a nice frozen duck out of the freezer. But then he noticed it had the shape and the feel of a football. Cold as Green Bay, but a football. So on his way out, there's his brother by the pickup, about 35 yards. Bill gets a grip on that duck. He feints toward the end zone. His brother goes wide left, and that frozen duck had the ride of its life. That wobbling duck just flew. It smashed through the fingertips of the wide receiver and demolished the windshield of Sal Roseo's '89 Firebird. You just can't put a good spiral on a frozen duck.
I'm Peter Brown from Tiny & Sons Glass. We replace your windshield, and insurance pays. 1-888-64-TINYS. Just call. And thank you.
8:35. 3 South Shore towns are holding special elections tomorrow. In Abington, Nicole Emery and Michael Lavery go head-to-head for a seat on the Select Board. It was vacated in July when a member resigned from the Abington Select Board, and the polls will open at 8 a.m. and close at 4 p.m. Kingston voters are at it as well. They're deciding on an override to fund a partial roof replacement for the Kingston Elementary School. Polls in Kingston open tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. They close at 6 at night. East Bridgewater is also holding an override election to fund the building of a new central elementary school. Their polls open a little bit later, 11 a.m. They close at 7 p.m. WATD News will have all the results on our website, 959watd.com. And outside of our WATD studios yesterday, the Goon Squad gathered and gave. It was another Veterans Food drive-through. Salem, New Hampshire Town Councilor Paul Pelletier was there.
That guy over here called Mike Hines, he's a friend of ours, and he says, you want to do good for your community, for the community and good for your veterans? Come on down and help the food pantry. I was down here the last time. It was pouring rain out of here. It was like I was drenched all the way home, but it was worth it. I had fun, and I'll do it again.
Veterans Voice co-host Craig Wolf says that at the next drive-thru, which is next month, they'll be collecting for residents of the Brockton VA Medical Center. Here's Craig.
Notebooks and artwork and crossword puzzles and hats and gloves and
Afghans and throws. Here's something we really need. And we got the first round out of WATD from Larry. We need everybody's grandmother who used to sew has a case of yarn in the attic. Go right up there, put down the beer you're drinking and the mummy's wine, walk up to the attic, get the whole box of yarn that your grandmother used to crochet and bring it seriously to WATD studios. We really need it because the crew's making hats and Afghans. So that was a really big hit because so many people in the wheelchairs there. So we just throw it right over them. They smile. They're so happy. So we need yarn. Yarn by the miles by the yarn.
And of course, they need pet food as well each time. Sandru Faneff of the South Shore Pet Food Pantry was out there yesterday handing out food for our four-legged friends.
Groceries seem like they're getting more expensive, so we feel like if we can help out with the pet food portion of that bill, then that's what we're here for.
Speaking of pets, alligators do not belong in New England. At least outside, it's way too cold. The Facebook page of the New England Wildlife Center in Weymouth this morning gives us an update on the condition of Charles, the baby alligator rescued from the cold waters of the Charles River this week, right along the Esplanade, by none other than Abington's Joe Kenny with Joe's Crazy Critters. A couple of vets over at the Wildlife Center examined baby Charles, and here's the update. Charles has an upper respiratory infection. All right, the gator has a cold. He's now getting antibiotics in a warm, safe place to recover. Baby Charles, they think, was likely released by somebody who couldn't care for him anymore. So they ask everybody out there, if you have an exotic pet or any pet, and you find yourself in a tough position where you can no longer care for the pet, they are happy to help you. All right, this is a non-judgment zone. Call them. New England Wildlife Center, they will work with you to find a humane solution for your pet. And worth checking out the Instagram of Joe Kenny with Joe's Crazy Critters, because he's got a crazy grin on his face holding that baby snake. I can't see if the snake is smiling or not, but Joe is. You'll be smiling when you hear the forecast, at least part of it this weekend, because we're warming up. We have a little bit of rain to talk about as well. Rob Gilman joins you next with your weekend weather, brought to you by Pilgrim Coin and Currency. Get the best value for your coins. Antique jewelry, sterling flatware, even pocket watches from local professional appraisers. Do you have a pocket watch? Pilgrim Coins, just off Route 3 in Weymouth.
This is David from Pilgrim Coin and Currency, South Shore's premier rare coin and precious metals dealer. With more than 40 years' experience buying and selling precious metals into state jewelry, our gemologist has both the knowledge and experience to pay the fairest prices for all your broken, unwanted, and estate jewelry. When you're looking for a unique gift, come in and see our ever-changing selection of vintage jewelry. For those interested in purchasing precious metals, Pilgrim Coin has access to a full assortment of gold and silver bars and coins. Trust in the experience of South Shore's only professional numismatist. We carry in stock a broad selection of coins and paper money to satisfy both collectors and investors. Would you like an expert opinion on an item in your collection? Trust in the experts at Pilgrim Coin for an honest evaluation of your coins, jewelry, sterling flatware, and even pocket watches. Pilgrim Coin, located near the intersection of Route 18 and 53 at 399 Washington Street in Weymouth.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. It is 8:39. Taking a look at the ride on the expressway northbound, 21 minutes from Braintree to Boston, heavy East Milton up towards Andrews Square. The rest of the roadways getting better. Route 3 looks good. Light volume along the South Shore. I'm not seeing any major delays from Herring Pond Road up to Union Street. 24, I'm looking at a good ride there. Raynham to Randolph. 128 looks good through Dedham and Needham, and no complaints down at the Cape Bridges. This report is sponsored by Hollywood 360 for great old-time radio dramas, games, and more. Tune in to Carl Amari, Hollywood 360, 5 big hours of classic radio from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's tonight. WATD. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, South Shore weather.
at the Blue Hill Observatory. Freezing cold this morning, 32 degrees, the dew point 28 with a northwest wind 11 gusting to 17 miles an hour. Bundle up. The barometer rising 29.97 inches. I'll be attending an event this weekend. I'll talk about that. Meanwhile, that wind making it feel colder this morning here on the South Shore. We'll see times of sunshine. Some clouds will move in later in the mid-40s. Tonight,
it's a business district that's going to bring in new housing and it's economic development for the whole area. There's also huge benefit because, again, if you have the new sewer system, you'll be preventing any septic, especially along the North River there.
Hingham, 811 Jerusalem Road from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. It's a celebration of local lore and history of Straits Pond. Hope to see you there Saturday afternoon between 1 and 4 o'clock. Then after dark, some rain will move in overnight. That'll end very early first thing Sunday morning. We'll get back to some sunshine. There'll be a gusty wind in the low to mid-50s, getting colder. Monday, very cold and windy, times of clouds and sun. A high of 43. Dry through much of next week. There are no big winter storms in sight. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
39 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Good morning. All right, welcome to Friday, the South Shore's Morning News. Great to have you here. Text line, I'll get to your text, 781-837-4900. Still to come, we're going to be checking in with Lee Filson, Sea Plymouth. Lee Filson is, of course, the CEO of Sea Plymouth, the official tourism site for the town and county of Plymouth. Sea Plymouth, they're one of our great partners. And you know who else is also a partner? Plymouth Patuxent Museum, plimoth.org. I think Lee Filson and Richard Pickering are going to be checking in as we're coming up on Thanksgiving, America's hometown. So we'll check in with Lee and Richard at about 8:52 on WATD. Coming up after 9, Feel Good Friday, Mark Stiles. He'll be in the house. Sports Insider. How about them Patriots? You want to talk about the Bruins, Celtics, high school sports? Can my Hanover Hawks beat the Archbishop Williams whatevers? That's tonight at 7 on WATD. I don't know their mascot. I'm sorry. I apologize. And probably, I know, sacrilege to the late, great Dave Skill. Didn't he go to Archbishop Williams, Dave Skill?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then Holy Cross.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? Or Notre Dame.
No, he did go to Holy Cross.
Holy Cross.
In Worcester.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. Hanover Hawks, 7 o'clock. Archbishop Williams, that's tonight.
Why'd they change their name?
Which ones?
The Hawks. They weren't always the Hawks.
No. Do you really want to bring that up on the radio?
Is it one of those things?
One of those things.
Okay.
781-837-4900. Let's see. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, Frank is ruthless.
Oh, darn
Congrats to Rob from Halifax. A big thank you to Gerard Farms, says JB, who also says, my favorite pie is banana cream pie. JB loves banana cream pie. I think anything cream pie is good. Let's see. Frank is was he ruthless? I thought he was okay.
I don't know.
It's kind of just
sometimes we deserve it.
Let's see. Frank in Marshfield, is that AI? Oh, I can't tell you, Jim. That's he's probably just awful. Let's see. Patty. Let's see. Frank from Marshfield. I thought of calling for the contest, but I already won a $50 Sully's gift card. You can't be greedy.
Oh my gosh, I love that caller or
it's
texter.
Patty. Yeah.
Patty, that is so just nice,
yeah,
right?
She could have, but
because
she
some
didn't.
people do get greedy.
I know.
They're like, I want it all.
Yeah.
I want the fried clams and the turkey.
Well, we left it open for people just in case because I didn't want to not let anybody have that opportunity.
Really? Maybe I wonder if you could do that thing where you can only win one huge prize a month.
Well, we do have that normally. But for this prize, they allow it usually for everybody to try for the Thanksgiving. But normally, yeah, you can't win in I forget what it is. Let's see. Gray Wolf is going to the doctor and listening to WATD, getting ready for my doctor's appointment. Gray Wolf from Kingston.
Gray Wolf.
Nina in Scituate, congratulations, Rob, WATD, and the morning team for the Massachusetts Broadcasters Soundbites Awards. Great to see excellence rewarded. Bravo.
That's nice.
Love your AI music for celebration. Very cool. Please give a big shout out and a big huzzah to Dan for his Revolution reporting. He was, of course, did his Boston Tea Party reporting, and now he did his, he just won for the Lexington.
Yeah.
So it was an informative and fun piece, and Dan actually does very well at those history pieces.
He does.
That's what he loves to
And the sound, the Nat sound.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Christina's done some amazing reports as well. I hope she gets an award next year. To everyone, thank you for the good work. Well, Christine leads the news team, so I always say by default, she steers the ship. So good stuff. All right, let's see. Is there anything else? Did I get everything else? All right, 781-837-4900 is the text line. 781-837-4900 is the text line. All right. Yes, and Rob from Halifax was our winner on the big grand prize. Okay?
Another Rob.
I know.
Wow, Robs are winning big time.
Yeah,
this
Rob
week.
from Halifax.
Can we get Rob on the line? Did I miss it? Was he there?
He didn't want. No,
he didn't want to go on.
He didn't want to go on. This is
He's
one of the
shy,
things.
Rob.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
This is one of these things where I was, you do the contest and then you come back and then you say, my least favorite thing is to do it this way. Okay. I mean, no offense to Rob because he was at work, and so usually I'll make a judgment call. I'm not going to just say, oh, we're going to take it away because you won't go on the radio. But going on the radio is more fun because people listen. They listen all week, and then you go to the phone, and then you come back and you want to hear the person, and then you go, Rob from Halifax won.
Yeah.
Where's the payoff?
But it's fun for us, maybe not for them.
Yeah.
For some people, fear of public speaking is worse than their
tough,
fear
but
of
we're not
death.
going to make you give a speech.
They'd rather die than have to speak in public.
And then what good that way? Who's going to eat the turkey dinner if you're dead?
More pie for me.
Oh, boy. Yeah, more pie for you. That's right. We'll have the Thanksgiving poll coming up soon, so you'll be able to chime in on that, Lori. We'll talk about favorite pie. Probably, I guess, very soon. I can't believe Thanksgiving is almost here.
What's your favorite pie? Chocolate cream?
We're not doing pie yet. I said think about it. The poll is coming up.
Right.
Not yet.
He's so strict.
I know. All right. We'll have some fun with that. Because I don't want to get into it yet, because then people will start chiming in now about pies and side dishes. But we got to wait for the poll officially. We got to wait. Let's see. Coming up, you're going to stick around. We're going to have Richard Pickering and Lee Filson on Mayflower 2 in Plymouth Patuxent.
Oh, when?
Coming up next on WATD. So don't you go away.
Black Friday is now, and it's all this month only at Sullivan Tire. You'll get huge instant savings on most major tire brands, including Goodyear, Continental, Yokohama, Uniroyal, Nokia, Falcon, and Pirelli, but only while supplies last. Plus, buy 3 tires, get 1 free on select brands. Also, save $50 on our alignment and protection package with a purchase of any 4 tires. Check out all the deals only at Sullivan Tire.
Black Friday is now and all this month at Sullivan Tire.
How do you know when you can afford to retire? Does your fixed income cover your expenses? For most people, the answer is no. And if it doesn't, how much will you need to draw from your portfolio? Will that draw last for your lifetime if we factor in inflation? How should you invest your accounts and draw from them tax efficiently? Hi, I'm Alyssa McNamara-Reed with McNamara Financial in Marshfield. Give me a call if I can help you determine if you can afford to retire. 781-834-2010.
849 WATD's traffic and weather in the 9s, and the ride this morning along Route 3 on the northbound side is fine, Plymouth to Weymouth. We do have delays on the expressway, Granite Ave up towards Columbia Road. Not too bad on 24 or 128. South Shore weather. Sponsored by Hingham Lumber. The remodeled Hingham Lumber is the better builder's yard, offering you services like kitchen and bath design, paint consultation, tool and equipment repair, doors, windows, specialty hardware, so much more. Visit them, hinghamlumber.com, hinghamlumber.com. For today, we are going to have a mix of sun and clouds, a high 45. Tonight, clearing and cold, a low 27. Tomorrow, sun fades to increasing clouds. Rain developing during the evening. Saturday's high 44. Sunday, mostly cloudy and blustery, 51. Right now, 39 in Marshfield at the weather station. Sports next.
At Hingham Lumber, we believe the entrance door to your home is the final touch. reflecting the quality and care of what's inside. Geldwin's architectural fiberglass doors offer superior security, durability, and craftsmanship that best represents your home. Simply choose your grain, your glass style, and even the finish, all with the assistance of Hingham Lumber's expert staff. Imagine choosing your perfect door with our team, who offer personalized service and in-depth product knowledge to help you find the Geldwin door that best represents your home, complete with the look of real wood but low maintenance. Visit our Door and Windows showroom, where you can feel the quality and see the variety of Geldwin doors in person. Whether you're renovating, remodeling, or building new, find your perfect door solution at Hingham Lumber, the better builder's yard. Visit us at hinghamlumber.com or at our showroom on Route 3A today.
850 WATD Sports, sponsored by Rand Handy Oil of Marshfield, where your comfort is always their concern. Rand Handy Oil of Marshfield. Well, it was a win for the Patriots. They have won 8 straight games. They are 9-2. Patriots beating the Jets in Foxborough. Thursday Night Football, 27-14. Your final score. The Patriots next Sunday, November 23rd, will be on the road. They'll be in Cincinnati to face the Bengals at 1. The Bruins' 7-game winning streak came to an end in Ottawa. Bruins losing to the Senators by a score of 5-3. The Bruins up next will be in Montreal tomorrow night to take on the Canadiens at 7. Celtics Sunday will host the LA Clippers at 3:30. And high school football tonight, that'll be Hanover hosting Archbishop Williams, and that will be at 7. Tonight on WATD, Quinn Kelly on the play-by-play.
Comfort you can count on is what Rand Handy Oil in Marshfield is all about. Comfort with the people you deal with. Comfort with a convenient delivery schedule that's right for you. And comfort with Rand Handy Oil Company's service. Whether it's regular maintenance or an emergency call on a cold winter night, it all adds up to comfort, the kind you can always count on.
Hi, this is Kyle Rand of Rand Handy Oil. For over 4 generations, we've been making sure our customers have everything they need from us to keep their home warm and comfortable. We mean it when we say, at Rand Handy Oil, your comfort is our concern.
Call Rand Handy Oil today at 781-834-8831, 781-834-8831, and check out their website at www.randhandy.com.
Hello, Chris Bethany of Bethany Builders here. Are you considering an upcoming home improvement project? A home addition, that new garage with bonus room, or an in-law suite for your parents? If so, then let's go. From design to job completion, Bethany Builders has got you covered. Our goal is to keep your project moving forward, on time and on budget. Bethany Builders provides free estimates. We are fully licensed, registered, and insured. Call Bethany Builders today at 781-898-8018. Find us on the web at bethanybuilders.com and on Facebook.
The South Shore's Morning News. Hear it live. Stream it online. Watch the show. Or catch the podcast anytime at 959watd.com.
Good morning. Here we are, November 14. Rob Hakala with the morning team. And so we are gearing up for all things in Plymouth. The parade, of course, the Thanksgiving parade, best parade in the country, the Thanksgiving parade. And, of course, Plymouth, Massachusetts, where it all started. We're going to talk about Plymouth with our good friends at See Plymouth and also Plymouth Patuxent Museums, PLIMOTH.org. We have historian and storyteller Richard Pickering and Mayflower descendant Lee Filson. They are there. Richard and Lee, are you there?
We're here. How are you, Rob?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. It's good to hear your voice, sir.
Yes, good to talk to both of you. I know it's been a brisk morning outside, so you get to be in for a little bit. So who wants to start with, of course, we are so excited. This is our hometown pride, right? Fill everybody in about some of the backstory. Who wants to take that? Richard, you want to start?
Well, Plymouth has been associated with the holiday since the early 1800s when Reverend Young looked at a pamphlet written in 1621, already having celebrated New England holidays for his entire life, and he said, oh, this is just like our holiday, so that must have been the first Thanksgiving. So from 1841 onwards, the nation has felt that our town is the source of this holiday, and the Pilgrims and the Wampanoags have been linked to it ever since.
Wow, how about that? And Lee, there is a family connection for you?
There is. I have 8 ancestors. I am the descendant. 8 ancestors that were actually on the ship. But you know, we're also known as America's hometown as well, because this is the first place that families came and settled and lived. And so that is a first for us, because everybody that came before came to trade and to hunt and to trade with the natives. So America's hometown isn't just it's not just my relatives. The Mayflower story, that's America's family.
That's amazing. And how can people today appreciate it for both of you? What do you think are some great ways for us to, to imagine or to spark our just thinking about what it was like to be in those times?
Well, Richard can tell us the history, definitely. I think that we celebrate it, though, also for gratitude. Gratitude and just having a time when everybody can come together with kindness and just enjoy a good meal. And Rob, I know folks from the WATD family have been with me on Thanksgiving, and I start every meal that I host here at the museum with reach out to that stranger at your table, because you're not seated with people that you know. If your party is smaller than 10, you're mixed. Why is that person here? Why did they feel it was important to be in Plymouth for Thanksgiving? Do they know who the first American in their family was? And what you find in giving people that job of welcoming a person into their conversation, it's profound, the stories that people share. In some ways, it's almost as if turkey serves as that airplane experience when you tell a total stranger everything. People are sharing their backgrounds and their histories, and it's lovely because as they're leaving the meal, I'm in the hallway, they're all telling me the stories of their families and stories that they've heard of other people.
Wow, pretty amazing. And you think about that. So words like welcoming, gratitude, thanks, appreciation. And for you, Richard, I know you say that every year it amazes you, those harvest dinners, right?
Yeah, exactly. That, Rob, to be with total strangers, I haven't had a Thanksgiving with my family in decades, because my job is to make other people's memories, and that's an honor. And I had an experience where this young couple came up and they put their baby in my arms, and they said, we're from Belarus. We're new Americans. We were just naturalized, and this is our child's first Thanksgiving, and it had to be here. And I'll be truthful. There are times I spend Thanksgiving in tears because of what people have told me and what I'm seeing in the kindness people are showing total strangers here.
Wow. Richard Pickering from Plymouth Patuxent Museum. And of course, we know Lee Filson, See Plymouth, and a Mayflower descendant. Lots of great things happening. SeePlymouth.com is the website, of course. So get to the parade. Make your reservation at PLIMOTH.org for a harvest dinner. Check out the Mayflower 2 and all the other great events in Plymouth. And Richard and Lee, thank you for taking a few minutes to be with us today.
Good to talk to you. Thanks, Rob. It's always like being home when we're with you.
Yes. Bye-bye. You guys be well. I'll talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, 8:59 coming up, 9 o'clock news, and then we're heading into our fifth and final hour. Yes, it's a big one. We've got Mark Stiles Law, coming in right after the news at 9. Then our sports insider, Quinn Kelly, and you on the text line at 781-837-4900. Be a part of the show. Northbound Expressway, heavy East Milton up towards Andrews Square. Route 3 looks good along the South Shore. 24 and 128 are fine. South Shore weather forecast for today. We're going to have a mix of sun and clouds. 45 tonight, clearing cold, a low 27. 39 in Marshfield, 9 o'clock.
This is the South Shores radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD, here for What's Next.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Advice from someone who's been through it before to Southern Californians bracing for a blow from a powerful Pacific storm.
Everybody do what you got to do to prepare, be safe, hunker down, make sure you pick up everything you need as far as food.
That man in Forest Falls, hard hit by deadly wildfires earlier this year, is in the danger zone again. Correspondent Carter Evans from the Palisades.
It's going to continue all day, and if this storm is as big as it is expected to be, it could be LA's wettest November in 40 years. And authorities have been encouraging people to map out their evacuation plans ahead of the storm so they're ready to go if those floodwaters hit.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of only 4 Republicans who helped force a vote to release all of the files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. She tells CBS Mornings it was for his victims.
These women have been waiting, some of them for decades. I talked to several victims that were raped by Jeffrey Epstein back in the 90s. And so this is information that has needed to come out for a very long time.
Federal workers are returning to their desks after the 43-day-old government shutdown.
I'm happy to see all my coworkers again. I brought in some pastries.
They'll be able to start paying bills soon. Correspondent Jared Hill.
The White House says more than 1 million federal employees who were not paid will start receiving back pay as early as Sunday.
The president has promised bonuses for air traffic controllers who stayed on the job during the shutdown. Next year's college grads may be facing an even tougher time finding work than this year's batch.
More than half of the 183 companies polled by the National Association of Colleges and Employers rated the job market for the class of 2026 as poor or fair. That's the worst outlook since the pandemic began. Companies say economic uncertainty has them hiring more conservatively. Plus, they have AI doing entry-level jobs. University of Alabama graduate Gianna Rinaldo.
I don't have the experience needed, even with all the internships.
Many companies are cutting jobs, so grads will face even more competition. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Planning a family? Money may very well be factoring into your decision. The new American Family Survey finds 7 in 10 Americans now believe raising children is too expensive. That's a 13 percentage point jump from last year and marks the first time in the survey's 11 years Americans list finances as the top reason that capped or planned the cap side of their bruise. The majority cites rising costs twice as often as any other factor. This is CBS News.
Presented by T-Mobile. It's better over here. See how at T-Mobile.com/Magenta Status. That's T-Mobile.com/Magenta Status.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
95.9 WATD.com.
40 degrees around the South Shore with sunshine, brisk out there this morning. Good Friday morning. I'm Laurie Kirby, WATD News. The news at 9 is brought to you today by Anodyne. Caring for a loved one and in need of help? Turn to Anodyne for the best in private home care services and adult family care support. Visit anodyne-services.com. A competency hearing for a Cohasset man accused of murdering and dismembering his wife is scheduled for today. The court corrected a previous announcement that today's hearing for Brian Walsh had indeed been canceled. It is not. Officials say Walsh's trial is expected to begin next week after it was postponed while Walsh underwent several mental health evaluations. Walsh was stabbed in prison back in September, and his attorney had said that his client's physical and mental health had declined since the attack. Authorities say the father of 3 killed his wife Anna Walsh New Year's Day 2023. Her body has never been found. Election Day in several South Shore communities. That's next.
Whether you need private home care services or adult family care support, the place to turn is Anodyne. With over 50 years experience, Anodyne assists families and caregivers to support loved ones who are aging or have disabilities right in your home. Anodyne's adult family care program provides nursing oversight and case management at no cost to you. If you're caring for a loved one and are looking for support, Anodyne may be able to help. Call Megan at 617-689-5232 or find them online at anodyne-services.com.
9:05. 3 South Shore towns are holding special elections tomorrow. A busy Saturday politically. In Abington, Nicole Emery and Michael Lavery facing off for a seat on the select board. Vacated back in July when a member resigned in Abington. Polls open at 8 a.m. and close at 4 p.m. Kingston voters are deciding on an override. It would fund a partial roof replacement at the Kingston Elementary School. Polls in Kingston open at 8 a.m. and close at 6 tomorrow night. East Bridgewater is also holding an override election. It would fund the construction of a new central elementary school. Their polls in East Bridgewater open a little bit later, 11 a.m., and close at 7 p.m. WATD News will have complete results on our website this weekend. Check it out. It's 959watd.com. A Pembroke man convicted of 7 counts of child rape is sentenced to serve 3 decades in prison. 47-year-old David Johnson Jr. will serve a minimum of 30 years, followed by 3 years of probation. If and when he gets out, he'll have to register as a sex offender. Plymouth County DA Tim Cruz says Johnson was arrested in May 2021 thanks to the help of Pembroke police. A very lengthy investigation by Pembroke police into a series of rapes and sexual assaults that spanned over the course of decades after victims came forward. A Boston firefighter from Brockton is facing child molestation charges. Suffolk County DA Kevin Hayden says the extremely disturbing allegations against 60-year-old James Corbett involve repeated sex abuse of a young female victim. The DA's office says the attacks happened between May of 2018 and September 2024. Bail for Corbett set at $25,000. Ordered to home confinement. He'll have to wear a GPS, no contact with children, and he has to surrender his passport and any firearms. Corbett back in court December 22nd for a probable cause hearing. Well, the carts lined up on Enterprise Drive in Marshfield yesterday. That's our address, if that sounds familiar. It was the Veterans Food Drive-Thru, and Veterans Voice co-host Craig Wolf, of course, was there.
So here we are at the WATD Veteran Food Drive-Thru. We got about 40 goons here, all in action. And thanks to some listeners and Steve Teradiotis from Philharmonic. How do you say Philharmonic? Is that a good? The music guy out of Plymouth Memorial Hall. Is the second time he's come by, made a great donation. So we take that gift card, we give it to Kim. She goes to a meat wholesaler, and we got a full pickup truck load extra of frozen chickens. So come on down and get those. And we have just showed the whole pile of Oreo cookies, so you got to get here fast because Mike from Denham is going to eat all those cookies.
All right, so if you missed it yesterday, here's the next one. The Veterans Food Drive-Thru next is Thursday, December 11th at the WATD studios, right here at 130 Enterprise Drive in Marshfield. Tune into Veterans Voice Radio as well every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. You'll get more of Craig Wolf and his team, his crew, helping veterans right here on 95.9 WATD. So Rob Gilman is going to be joining us with your weekend weather forecast in just a moment, brought to you by Koopman Lumber. Contractors and homeowners, this is now open, everybody. No need to delay. They are open. Koopman Lumber's brand new Pembroke location, so stop by. Koopman Lumber on Route 14 in Pembroke.
Big news, South Shore. Koopman Lumber just opened their new showroom on Route 14 in Pembroke, and they can't wait to show you around. Step into their brand new window and door and kitchen and bath showrooms, packed with fresh displays and endless design inspiration for your next project. Koopman has everything your home or business could need for a repair, even if you're not sure what to get. Between their expanded inventory and expert staff, you'll fix what's broken in no time. Looking for premium paint and expert advice? Koopman Lumber is proud to carry Benjamin Moore in their new Pembroke location. Stop in for expert advice, premium color, and everything you need to get the job done right. Equipped with advanced color matching technology and premium Benjamin Moore paints, Coupon can help you transform any room quickly and beautifully. Coupon Lumber, your local partner for projects big and small. Stop by today and see what's new on Route 14 in Pembroke. Online at couponlumber.com. That's Coupon with a K, lumber.com.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 9:09. And taking a look at your drive, the expressway, we are still seeing some delays into the city. It is sluggish. We'll call it around Granite Ave up towards Columbia Road. It's about a 18-minute ride, Braintree to Boston, so getting better. Route 3 on the northbound side is fine. Southbound, I am seeing a delay. I think it is a work crew setting up down after the Plymouth-Patuxent Highway exit on Route 3 southbound. So that would be the southbound side of Route 3 near the new exit 12. They call it Plymouth-Patuxent Highway exit. And then watch out for that. It may slow you down. 24, 128, fine. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
Brisk and cold once again. A little more sunshine, though that'll mix with clouds, increasing as we go through the middle and latter part of the day. In the mid-40s, feeling colder. Tonight, clear, a low of 27, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow, a beautiful start with sunshine and a blue sky. Then clouds will be on the increase. A high in the mid-40s. Some rain overnight, ending very early, first thing Sunday morning. Clouds breaking the sunshine, though the winds will increase. The temperature will fall from the low to mid-50s. Monday, very cold, windy, some sun mixed with clouds, a high 43. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
40 degrees in Marshfield with sunshine. Brisk out there at the weather station WATD. I'm Laurie Kirby at 9:12. The South Shore's Morning News continues now with Rob Hakala on 95.9 WATD.
Buying or selling, estate or business planning, what will be your legacy? Just call 781-319-1900 because one call does it all. Styles Law.
Got it, Lori. Here we go. Fifth and final hour. The South Shore's Morning News coming to you from Broadcast House here in beautiful, glorious Marshfield. It is Friday. Feel Good Friday. You want to be part of the conversation? Text in 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. Our text line, proudly sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. There he is. You can watch him too up on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube Live. And, of course, watch all of our YouTube videos on demand. Here he is, Mark Stiles, Stiles Law. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. Good morning, South Shore.
Feel Good Friday.
Today is a Feel Good Friday. Yesterday was a Thankful Thursday. You had a great show yesterday. I was on the train listening to it.
Oh, thank you.
Streaming, right?
Yeah.
So there's no tunnels and whatnot that lose traction. And you had our esteemed, amazing Tim Cruise on, which such a great guy. I can't believe, Christine was interviewing him.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's been doing it as long as he has.
Yeah, it's a lot of work he does. DA
national impact, real impact, and he's such a great human being. So I was a young attorney before he was a district attorney. While he was in private practice, we had a matter together.
Oh wow!
And he was such a gentleman. Okay. He was an amazing human being, and I'm so happy and proud of our Plymouth County District Attorney. It's awesome to have him here. And then you had Bob Terravecchia, who's on every week.
Wasn't he
who's
fun?
Teaching us in such an amazingly brilliant way, right? Such complex topics and simplifying them. And through history and stuff, he's such a great
I
like
guy. He breaks it down for us. It was really good. It was a fascinating topic. We were getting into the 50-year mortgage. That was a lot of fun yesterday.
Wow, there's a lot of conversation around it. And we talked for over 2 hours on my podcast.
Oh, wow.
Elements of Styles, if the Bob Terravecchia fans are out there. We went deep. And of course, Sweet Lou.
Oh, yes.
Sweet Lou Merlone investing in his community right here on the South Shore, making sure there's tremendous impact. Joining the team of Rachel Altabello, who is leading an amazing public-private partnership.
Big fundraiser tomorrow.
With the CPC, Your Funds at Work, doing amazing things. And, you know, you go by the varsity field that's dug up and under construction. Well, you're in a 20-mile-an-hour zone, so you can slow roll through that and see what is actually happening in your community thanks to people like this. Mm-hmm. You know, together we can, public-private partnerships. So they're doing a fundraiser tomorrow at Winslow's, who's also an amazing establishment here on the South Shore, doing a lot for the community. To raise money to keep going. They want to keep going, keep the momentum, building something amazing. And homeplatepride.org, homeplatepride.org, they're raffling off green monsters. I've never sat in the green monster.
No, I haven't either, but the way Lou described it, wasn't it amazing?
Oh, my goodness.
He said even for him, he felt like a kid.
How can you not?
Because it wasn't there, you know, for all of us growing up. That wasn't a thing.
What a great give. What a great investment by him, his family, and Marlon Blanco from Service Master is kicking in big too for the Bruins, and they're raising money so that they can go to phase 2 of this amazing partnership, right? The public funds with the private donations and all of the 1 + 1 + 1 = 100, right? The impact. Homeplatepride.org. Together, they're doing amazing things. And South Shore, you know, CPC, find out, get involved, put together the idea, and then put the team together and execute. And it's an amazing thing what can happen when we collaborate together on these public-private partnerships. So tip of the hat to Lou, Rachel, and Dana, and Marlon, and all of the team that has done amazing things for this community. Homeplatepride.org. Get involved. Click the button if you can't be there. Buy some of those tickets, and you know, let's do this together. Let's have some impact and make things better.
Yeah, very. He's just great to see him involved. So many people,
it's great to have him involved.
All right, so that is what is good. It is a Friday. Lots of great guests, and now we get into this. I always like this. Got a call because I'm always curious. What did he get a call about?
So we're part 2 on this one. So last week we talked about this young rising superstar entrepreneur running amazing businesses and running into issues, right? I remember as a young entrepreneur, people always said, well, you really haven't made it until someone sues you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, let that sink in, right? It stinks, right? So you're in the middle of it. You're in the mud. What's happening? So what's really fun about what's happening, this is small claims, so it's, you know, low risk type of environment. The People's Court, right? Judge Wapner, right? Remember we had to go watch Wapner every night. And
good theme song.
So what they're doing is they're utilizing their own agent. It's not ChatGPT, you know, it's any LLM of choice, right? These AI learning models. And this entrepreneur has been working with XAI or Grok, not Perplexity, Copilot, or some of the other ones, ChatGPT. They all do pretty much the same thing. And she's asking it all of these questions. And what's happening, it's really interesting, is that the system wants her to win. Right? It's sycophant, which is, you know, what ChatGPT has been criticized for, is doing what it thinks you want to do and pleasing you, being a pleaser, right? So it wants you to win. So it's the system of win-lose. So it's creating, you got to file this motion and then this. We're talking about small claims. We're talking about under $5,000. A lot of money to a startup, yes. However, you know, in the big picture of things, are we really filing motions in limine? Are we really, you know, dropping the gloves and win at all costs? And that's what the chat systems, as people call them, XAI in this situation, is doing. Is it's wanting you to do as best as you can and advocate for you. So it's a win-lose model, which is kind of what our existing judicial system is set up to do. Until you get to that alternate dispute resolution type of mediation and arbitration system, which is what Josie is building, which is different than, and it's the number one question we always get, like, well, what you're building, I see what you're doing. It's really interesting what you're doing. However, How is that any different than me just going on ChatGPT? And it's a really interesting question because exactly what's happening right now is these two are fighting. The other side is also using AI. So it's like this huge, like litigious, like multi-million-dollar case that's happening down in People's Court, which is interesting because I think what the future of that is going to be is that they're going to be able to resolve a lot of those small claims matters outside of the court and not clog up the court system when they get the system right with one similar to Josie, which is a win-win model where you find collaboration, you find commonalities. You're not dropping the glove and stirring up emotion. You're, in essence, mediating the dispute, bringing the people together toward yes, and that can happen underlying outside of the court system and not bogging down the court system. What is really funny while we're doing this experiment is watching what actually happens when you have that one-sided agent, right? So ChatGPT or XAI in this situation, they want you to win at all costs. Here we go, where, you know, that's not necessarily the best way to go. In fact, we're betting all of Josie that it is not, and that there is a way to work through things with reason and in advance of emotion. So having fun, and we'll follow up and let you know how it goes. A hearing hasn't been set yet, but boy, oh boy, the AIs are on.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, yeah, I guess just get a chair and sit on the side and watch. I guess
popcorn
that'll be
time.
fascinating. Okay. Good stuff, and you'll keep us updated on that.
Absolutely.
And then, by the way, this is also another great part of what we do on Fridays. Mark does a 5-star shout-out. And who do you have for us today? Someone close to home here.
Very close. Our boys at Veterans Voice, the Goon Squad, doing so many amazing things. Just absolutely living the purpose, mission-driven life and helping those in need, serving first. They understand that give is that 10x return on the investment. Yes, it's a sacrifice, if you want to call it that. Yes, you're taking your time, you're rolling up your sleeves, but the return on that investment is amazing. And some of the creative things that they're doing, these guys are so smart. Veterans Voice, tune in 7 p.m. every Thursday night, right before the Dr. Joe show. Yeah. So we see them in the crossover. Big hugs, big love for that team. They're doing such amazing things. Yarn. We got attics full of yarn. I don't have an attic full of yarn, but apparently a lot of people have attics full of yarn, and they're making hats. Like, brilliant. Wow. Absolutely brilliant to help these veterans in need because the winter is coming. And pet food. I always forget about pet food when it comes to these types of things, and a lot of these folks have pets. So, you know, maybe your pet has passed and you have a closet full. Bring it on down to WATD 130 Enterprise, and it gets to the Goon Squad. It gets to these folks who can then put it to use and get it to the folks who need it. And when is the next one? December 11th, Rob?
Yes,
December
I believe so.
11th.
Is that the second Thursday of every month? So I think that should be the second Thursday of every month. I want to make sure I confirm. Yes, you're correct. December 11th.
And we hear Wolfie talk about this a lot, which I love, which is, you know, gift cards. You know, it's those American Express gift cards, like cash. These are, you know, pieces of currency that Greg's sister, who goes to the food bank, can utilize, and there is an impact with real money. It's a 4x impact. So they're basically buying at 25%. So money is great, and you can trust these guys. I've embraced them. I hug them. We can trust them. They're doing all of the right things. These Goon Squads, love them very much.
They really are. They really are amazing things. And of course, I always love it because we'll play a little bit of a clip here.
Yes, sir.
You found it. This is a song here that they're going to be.
This is your theme song, boys. You ready? Right fans now. And Robbie will let you use it, I bet, because he'll love you guys too. So, Goon Squad, keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. We love you.
Good stuff. Goon Squad and Mark Stiles, Feel Good Friday. How do they get in touch with you, Mark?
Bunch of ways. Phone, if you like the phone, 781-319-1900, 781-319-1900. You talk to our chat AI concierge, explain the situation. If it makes sense, we'll make an introduction. If it is very unclear, then I'll set up a call with you. Same with the website, www.styles-law.com. If you like to type in the scenario, it'll also send an email. And if it's easy, we'll refer it. And if it's complex, we'll set up a call. But I want to put something on people's radar. Some are readers. So what we do is my team collaborates all of the content over the week, podcast this and other various things on Substack. So if you are a Substack subscriber, so folks that read those blogs on Substack, I'm at 1 Mark Styles, Stiles, the number 1 Mark Styles. And Michaela, who sang our jingle, is the one who curates that for us. So it's done really well. And, I'd love it if you checked it out and engaged.
Wow. Good stuff. Mark Styles, Styles Law, Feel Good Friday. We do it every Friday at this time on WATD. Mark, thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Have a great week, everybody.
Buying or selling, estate or business planning, what will be your legacy? Just call 781-319-1900 because one call does it all. Styles Law.
Stephen Karadianis here, conductor of the Plymouth Philharmonic. Don't miss our special Hooray for Hollywood concert. You'll hear film music from Skyfall, Back to the Future, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, and so much more. That's Friday night, November 21st at 7 o'clock. For details, visit PlymouthPhil.org. Presented in partnership with America's Hometown Thanksgiving Celebration, with additional support from the Town of Plymouth Promotions Fund and WATD.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, my name's Livia, and I'm with the Marshfield High School Theatrical Society. We would like to invite you to our upcoming production of Clue on November 14th, 15th, 21st, and 22nd in the Marshfield High School Auditorium. For more information, visit our website at marshfieldhdc.seatyourself.biz. Thank you, and we hope to see you there.
Join the folks from South Shore Connections for Expert Insights, the only show that connects you to local experts, teaching you tips and tricks on everything from your health to your wealth, your pets, your home, cooking, entertainment, and so much more. Every Sunday morning at 9, your favorite local magazine comes to life with Expert Insights. Listen as host Deb Keating is joined by a local expert each week to discuss all the things that interest you. South Shore Connections presents Expert Insights with Deb Keating every Sunday morning at 9 on 95.9 WATD.
Hey, it is Friday. I'm glad you are here. Thank you for listening to us on the radio. Thanks for watching us on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. Hello there for watching us. And, of course, on the text line and participating in the show. Anything you want to comment on, you can. You want to talk about the Patriots. You want to talk about those uniforms. We've had some people commenting on the Patriots uniforms last night. Text in 781-837-4900 is our text line. We're going to be checking in with our sports insider, Quinn Kelly, who just picked up an award last night at the Mass Broadcasters Award. We'll of course, talk about it more when he comes in here. But Quinn Kelly, he picked up an award. He got the Merit Award, number 2 in the state. Number 2. I know. You know who he lost out to? The Sports Hub. Yes, I know. He's number 2, though. And that's pretty good in all of the state of Massachusetts. So we'll talk with Quinn Kelly and also talk with someone who was at the game last night. Yeah, stick around. We'll tell you who. Right now, 9:29, WATD's traffic and weather on the 9s. 24 northbound, we've got a tractor-trailer fire, 24 north after 495. Truck has a small fire, mostly extinguished, but it's causing a delay. 24 north near 495 and Raynham. Then you're fine through Brockton and Avon. Route 3 northbound looks good. Southbound, there's a work crew after the Plymouth-Patuxent Highway. It looks pretty heavy through there in the southbound side of Route 3. And the expressway is slow from Granite and Neponset as you make your way up towards Columbia Road. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get a look at the weekend and Chief Meteorologist Rob Gilman.
From the city once again, and the immediate coast, a low of 27 under a clear sky, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow looks beautiful with bright sunshine in the morning and a blue sky, then clouds will increase, a high of 44. Some rain overnight tomorrow night. That'll end very early Sunday morning. First thing, clouds will break to some sun, the winds will increase, making it feel colder as the temperature drops from the low 50s. Monday, with that storm to our north, very windy and cold. Times of clouds and sunshine, a high 43. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
How do you know when you can afford to retire? Does your fixed income cover your expenses? For most people, the answer is no. And if it doesn't, how much will you need to draw from your portfolio? Will that draw last for your lifetime if we factor in inflation? How should you invest your accounts and draw from them tax efficiently? Hi, I'm Alyssa McNamara-Reed with McNamara Financial in Marshfield. Give me a call if I can help you determine if you can afford to retire. 781-834-2010.
Get ready for high school football on the Get ready for high school football on the WATD Sports Network. Tonight, the playoffs continue as the Hanover Hawks host Archbishop Williams in second-round action at 7. Catch all the action on 95.9 WATD. It's high school football on the WATD Sports Network. South Shore Sports live here.
.9 WATD, the South Shore's Morning News. Rob Hakala with the morning team. And in just a few minutes, we're going to check in with our sports insider, Quinn Kelly. He'll be with us just about 9:40 thereabouts. We'll talk about the Patriots. We'll talk about the Bruins, Celtics, and of course, you just heard high school football. Let's bring on a guy who was at the game last night. Got to bring on our good friend Chris Bethany from Bethany Builders and the Bethany Builders podcast. You know they're on every Tuesday night on WATD Radio from 7 to 8. He was down doing a special live podcast as he does for every Patriots game, and so is Thursday Night Football. Chris, good morning to you.
Rob, good morning, and good morning to everybody that's listening. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what was the energy like last night? Patriots and Jets, Thursday Night Football in Foxborough.
Rob, beyond exciting. Oh, my goodness. The fans were there. The place was rocking. The energy was like something I haven't experienced since Tom Brady played for our Patriots. Incredible. Here we are, 8 wins in a row, Rob?
Yeah. 8 wins in a row. They're 9-2, and I don't think, as I said before, I think most people would be lying if they did, Chris, if they predicted this season at the beginning. And I think most people are saying that so far everything has exceeded our expectations. And that's a good feeling, isn't it?
Oh, it's beyond. It's funny because when we started our podcast, I think it was week 2 at Gillette Stadium, and I tell you, we have a motto. We have the pros and the Joes. Of course, we have Steve Burton, sports director at WBZ. We have Christian Fourier, a former player and Super Bowl champ. Of course, my daughter, Sophia Bethany, our host, and myself, of course, Chris Bethany. The reason I'm mentioning this is that at the beginning, we're going back and forth, and the Joes, being Sophia and myself, were 100% positive behind the Patriots. We knew they could do it, and we personally felt 2025 was going to be a special year, as well as Steve and Christian, but they were optimistic because they've been through the ups and downs of the New England Patriots and how the journey goes, which has mostly been up over the past 2 decades. But, Rob, the energy was incredible. We had so much fun. We actually had Steve Burton on. We had Caleb Burton, who's the NBC Boston sports host for the Boston Celtics, and just a lot of energy. Fans are going crazy again. 9-2 on top of the AFC league-wide. Best record out in the NFL in the league.
Yeah, that's right. And they do have the best record right now because Thursday Night Football comes before the weekend, so we'll see how the weekend shakes out. Chris, the other topic I got to get into is we talked a lot. We had a lot of people vocally giving their opinions on the text line this morning about the uniform. 617 says, I love the new patch uniform, but I wish the patriotic emblem on their helmets was still red, white, and blue. The faded blue only Patriot logo somehow lost the team's connection to the brave and fearless New England Patriots of the American Revolution. Other people did like it. Chris, any thoughts? Did that come up with everybody talking last night?
Well, like you're saying, we're in New England. We're super passionate about our sports, and we love our Patriots as we do all of our sports teams, and that's what makes it so fun, right, Rob? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a different view or insight on how they feel about it, but we got an amazing team. The uniforms, myself personally, I love the uniforms, but I love all uniforms, so I guess I'm probably not the right person to ask for that because I'm just so excited to see the team play. I mean, between Coach Rabel having the team ready, Drake May, and all of our players just getting it done. Rob, 9-2. What do you think?
I'm excited. As I said before going into this, I said if you go to, here's how it is, and it's with, if you go to a restaurant, say, and you're expecting, this mid-level service, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, Chris, you get like, some kind of bonus appetizer. The server's so friendly. The manager comes over. All of a sudden you're like, ooh, this is great. Anything like, when you go in not expecting the best and you get better, I think that's the way that, that's the way I love to experience life. So I'm feeling great, Chris.
I back at you, Rob, and I understand where you're going with it because we're both, we're both upbeat and excited people, and to be able to enjoy, it's all about the experience. When I was at Gillette personally and going, and I did go to the game and got to see, I was actually high-fiving and hugging a good friend of mine, Ty Law, of course, a Hall of Famer. I actually was in Atlanta at the Super Bowl in 2019 when he got the knock on the door. I probably saw him, myself, my wife Alina, we saw him and hugged him probably within 30 minutes of him getting a knock on the door for the Hall of Fame inductee. That's how they do that procedure. They knock on your door.
Wow.
The incredible, great to see him, but seeing so many families, friends, and people through sports are creating relationships and memories, Rob. Mm-hmm. And as we know, ourselves, and we were blessed to be able to join your wife Fernanda and yourself, and between Alina and Sophia going to their first game, yourself
first.
And Fernanda, first game.
Never been.
Talk about the memories, and they haven't lost since this good energy's come forward. So shout out to Rob Hakala, and shout out to our New England Patriots fans, and it's football season, football weather, and just excited to join you this morning, Rob.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you. I know you'll be on live on the radio on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. People can tune into the radio and, of course, watch you on YouTube with the Bethany Builders podcast. Tuesday nights, 7 to 8 on WATD. And
in closing, Rob, can
yeah.
I just drop one thing? Never to interrupt you, but it's so important. Congratulations to WATD Sports Director Quinn Kelly. I heard he brought home some hardware last night, well-deserved, and I'm a big fan of himself and his show. So congratulations, Quinn Kelly. Shout out from the Bethany Builders podcast crew.
There you go. How about that, Quinn?
Hey, thanks very
Quinn
much,
just
Chris.
came
I
in.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Quinn. Thank you for all your help always, and congratulations. It's well-deserved.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chris.
Chris,
All right,
thank
take
you.
care, guys.
Have a great weekend.
You guys too. Good luck.
Bye-bye. There's Chris
Bye-bye.
Bethany from the Bethany Builders podcast. All right, there he is. Quinn Kelly's in the house. We're going to do our traffic and weather, and then we're going to get right back to our award-winning Sports Insider next. Right now, let's get a check of the roads and the weather forecast and the expressway northbound. Heavy from Granite Ave up towards Andrews Square. It is about an 18-minute drive. And then Route 3 southbound, work crew very slow around the Plymouth-Patuxent Highway. Work crew south of the Plymouth-Patuxent Highway. I'm going to put the backup near Long Pond Road now on Route 3 south, so expect brake lights near Long Pond Road. 24, we had little truck fire. 24 north after 495. It was a small fire, we're told, but mostly extinguished. In any event, 24 north, something to look at near 495, so a little slow there. South Shore weather forecast. A mix of sun and clouds. High today, 45. Tonight, clearing and cold. The low down to 27. And then for tomorrow, Saturday, sun fading to increasing clouds. Rain developing late, 44. And then Sunday, mostly cloudy and blustery, 51. Right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, the temperature right now is, we are at 41 degrees right now at the weather station, WATD. All right, let's bring him in here now. Our sports insider, Mr. Quinn Kelly, is in the house. Award-winning sports insider. We could have some music.
Oh, mixing it up now.
Friday night stadium buzz, crowd roaring. Under them lights, adrenaline's pouring. Quinn's got the mic, stats locked, no stalling.
Nope.
Play-by-play precision, never appalling.
Never.
Never. He's the South Shore's king. Every highlight he spits, got a championship ring. Posted a game in his veins, it flows. Breaking records and news, everybody knows. Quinn
Kelly.
Bringing the action your way.
Quinn Kelly.
Sports news every day from
WATD.
The South Shore's home for sports and more. Quinn Kelly, bringing the action your way. Quinn Kelly, sports news every day from
Okay, do you like that version?
I do like
that.
that.
Okay, all right.
I mean, the first one's good too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Fourth quarter, pressure's insane. Quinn's on the call, ice cold in the vein.
Okay, there we go. All right, so there you go. There's our Sports Insider segment. Quinn Kelly, the more, I guess, what do you call that? More of a rap version? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. Quinn Kelly's in the house, and congratulations. Mass Broadcaster Sound Bites Award. Radio station picked up 5, Quinn, this year.
Yeah, congratulations to you,
Yeah,
Rob.
thank
and
you.
the news team back there. It was a good night.
Yeah, we were happy to get one for the show, and it's kind of radio royalty, if you will, here at WATD. So we're very excited. We got 5 sound bites. News team picked up a bunch. John Shea got a public service award. You got for play-by-play, and we got for a morning show. So we're very excited. And, it's great because, again, as I said before, losing to the Sports Hub it's not a bad thing, really. I mean, to come in number 2, because, there's a lot of people that compete in that category. This is the whole state.
Yeah. Now we've done it, and so, the mentality will change going forward. But to this point, once they started submitting again, they didn't when I started here, and once they started submitting again, you're playing for second place in my mind. It's
tough. Yeah, because I'll admit too, because it won many years ago. You could get the best in the state, and you felt pretty good. And then it was all of a sudden, the Sports Hub or EEI or WBZ News was started to. Yeah. They said, "Oh, well, why are you guys getting all the awards? We're going to come in there, and it's like a big foot comes down." Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, we're still competitive, so that's the good thing. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Well, you heard. Chris was there last night. Patriots got the win. What are your thoughts on the Patriots? And do you have any concerns about uniforms, or does that bother you at all? Do you care about it?
I didn't love these ones, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a uniform honk, if I had to say.
Well, I was going to say, because I felt like the Red Sox are getting too many now. It's confusing to me. Can you go overboard on the uniforms, or is there never 100%. Too many? Yeah, 100%.
I think that, so like when you look at collegiately, right, Oregon has always had this identity as they're going to run out a different uniform every week because they have the Nike tie with Phil Knight. And so I think a lot of people have tried to kind of go in that vein, and now that Nike has got professional contracts, they're kind of taking that into pro sports. It's usually just a cash grab. I'm shocked how many people have these jerseys already. I don't love them. If I could say anything, either go no red or give me a little bit more red. I thought, they only had the red stars on the collar. If you like outline the numbers in red, maybe, then I think some of the accessories being in red would pop a little bit more. I don't know. That's talking wardrobe with Quinn. I'm sure I'll hear about that from Dan later today.
All right. Yeah. 781-837-4900 uniforms. 781-837.
I'll get into the weeds with anybody who wants to on this. I'm very, very
781 says, never mind the uniforms. How about Vrabel's new stash? Looks like an adult movie star.
Well, it is Movember.
It's probably Movember,
so we're
so you do get a lot
men's
of that.
health.
Yeah.
Is
that what he's probably doing that for?
I'm certain that's what he's doing that for.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sue from Marshfield. Congratulations to you, Quinn. We've been fans of yours since basketball, especially Lynn English. Marshfield High School basketball, especially Lynn English. You are incredible what you do. Looking forward to the game tonight. You make it so much fun to tune in. Go Hawks! All right.
Go Hawks. All right. Thank you very much.
From Marshfield, we love that, and especially Go Hawks. So we appreciate that. All right, so the Patriots, I guess at this point, they were going in. Maybe got a little nervous, right? The Jets scored first, and so here we are, though. They come out with the win, Quinn, and now they've got some time until they face the Bengals in Cincinnati. As I said, I've been enjoying the ride. I mean, I guess how do you think they'll continue to do? I mean,
I don't know. I think this is a good test for them in a couple of ways coming up, and I don't want to not enjoy obviously taking care of business against a divisional opponent on a short week. Although that, I saw people throwing around, it's a divisional opponent, you took care of business. I mean, this is as non-divisional a divisional opponent as you could have, in that you both have new coaching staffs, you both have a lot of new players on the roster. Like when you say, divisional games are tough, it's because there's a certain familiarity built up with the way that you do things, and neither of these two teams are really truly familiar with each other. That's neither here nor there. They took care of business on a short week, and that's great. I think there was a lot of conversation coming out of Tampa Bay, right from Mike Vrabel himself, saying, man, we're exhausted. This team is really tired. Like, this took a lot out of us. So I think for them to gather themselves and get right, and, Brendan Connolly and myself talked about this on Sunday. Yeah. I was slightly worried about this game. Yeah. Jets had started playing better. This just felt like one you could kind of fall on your face, and they didn't. So I'm glad they took care of business, and I say that next week is going to be a big test for them, Rob, because I think now you have those couple of extra days to regroup. You're going on the road against a team in Cincinnati that is going to put up some points. It's a very good offense. Yes, their defense is putrid, but there's the potential that Joe Burrow is going to be back for them. Yeah. Maybe they get a big lift from that. I think it's going to be a tougher game than Cincinnati's record would indicate.
Yeah. All right. Bruins, their winning streak. I know everyone was excited to maybe have both winning streaks continue, but as we talked about, I think last week about the up and down, that's kind of, I guess, any thoughts on the Bruins at this point?
Yeah, I mean, you come back down to earth with this one, but hopefully they can pick it right back up. I think, if they can prolong this a little bit, keep playing good hockey here, it's just about getting yourself kind of into the mix by the middle of the season. And you have, the one thing is, in the playoffs, you always talk about the great equalizer is the goaltender, right? You have a hot goalie. It doesn't really matter if you enter as the 1 seed, the 8 seed. You can go and win a Stanley Cup with a good goaltender. And Jeremy Swayman has been playing a lot better. He's rebounding from what was a tough year last year, and I think just having him as your number one guy is going to give them a chance. And certainly they're starting to get contributions from all over the ice. You've got, Hampus Lindholm makes this lineup more dynamic. I think that they're in a position to chase a playoff spot at least, and that would be a huge, huge win in year one under Marco Sturm.
All right. Celtics will play on Sunday. And I want to save time for high school football because we'll get to that. All right, so tonight, tell me how my Hawks are going to do against Archbishop Williams. And what is the mascot there?
The Bishops.
Oh, they're okay. Yep. Sorry about that. Archbishop Williams Bishops.
Bishops.
And we've got the Hanover Hawks, but it is in Hanover.
Yep.
Tell me about the matchup tonight, Quinn Kelly.
So I'm super, super excited for this. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. There's a lot of great storylines kind of baked into it. From just a pure X's and O's, Hanover's got a really good offense, and they've got different really talented areas defensively, and they're going to be tested on that side of the ball because Archies can score. They can score a lot of points. They went through a really tough first-round matchup against an underseeded Swampscott team. They come into this game. I think that these two teams match up pretty well against each other. For Hanover, you're trying to make a fourth straight Final Four. On the other side of things, for Archies, this is as far as they've been in 25 years if they can get to the Final Four. And I'll just say, like, we love to give shine to our seniors, our juniors who have been doing it there for a long time and are getting to that moment. Archie's has, I don't even know if he's technically an 8th grader or a freshman where he classified, but they've got Hudson Garrity, Hingham native, who's right now the #1 quarterback in the country for his age group. They've got a couple of other really young kids that are key contributors. And then they also have that older class of players that have been there through some really, really tough seasons and now are enjoying being part of a real winning program. It's very, very exciting. You have the crossover matchup to the Landolfis, who are the head coach at Archbishop Williams. We're at Hanover until a couple years ago and then moved over. And so there's two teams that haven't played but are very familiar with each other in a lot of ways.
Tonight, 7 o'clock. Who's going to win? We don't know. I guess you're saying it's going to be a close one?
Yeah, I think it should be a close one.
All right. Hanover Hawks, Archbishop Williams, the Bishops. That's tonight at 7. Quinn Kelly, award winner over there. By the way, 5 wins for the station as a total, so we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
And we're pretty excited, and we thank everybody for listening. We thank you for being a big fan of WATD.
And if I could just take 20 seconds, a big thank you to everybody on the sports team. Bill Vos, who's been a great color guy for so long. You can play that underneath. That's fine. Johnny Rourke, who did sidelines in that game. I don't think Brennan Connolly was on that call particularly, but is obviously a great member of the sports team. And Larry Nelson, who back at Broadcast House, always making it sound good. I think Tim McKenney was actually at Broadcast House. Larry was on site for the game in particular that won, but it's a team effort, and I'm really appreciative that everybody gets the recognition for it.
Good stuff. Quinn Kelly, thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
WATD.
See you at 3.
Five.
What time do they get in overnight to cut this track,
man?
I
know. These guys are great. They turned it around.
24-hour retainer, huh?
I know. Radio royalty. Okay. There you go. All right. Good stuff. 95.9 WATD. Thanks, Quinn. We'll be listening. You'll be on at 3, by the way, too.
We'll
Quinn
see you
Kelly
then.
for his show.
Thanks,
right.
Rob.
Thank you. Quinn Kelly, WATD. It is time now for a traffic and weather update. Then we'll have the entertainment report from CBS. And any final thoughts you want to get in on the text line before the weekend, get them in on the text line sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. Text in 781-837-4900. And guess what? Audrey's back today with the midday, so she's going to be here for you coming up at 10. Right now, let's get a check of traffic and weather. Northbound Expressway slow, Granite Ave to Southampton Street. Southbound Route 3 is jammed, Long Pond Road in Plymouth to a work crew after the Plymouth-Patuxent Highway exit. 24 north, that truck fire has been cleared near 495. No issues there. Cape Bridges are fine. South Shore weather forecast. Let's get the weekend weather details now. And our chief meteorologist, Rob Gilman, with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. And here he is with all the details to take us right through the weekend. Rob?
Brisk and cold once again. A little more sunshine, though that'll mix with clouds, increasing as we go through the middle and latter part of the day in the mid-40s, feeling colder. Tonight, clear, a low of 27, 34 in Boston. Tomorrow, a beautiful start with sunshine and a blue sky. Then clouds will be on the increase. a high in the mid-40s. Some rain overnight, ending very early, first thing Sunday morning. Clouds breaking the sunshine, though the winds will increase. The temperature will fall from the low to mid-50s. Monday, very cold, windy, some sun mixed with clouds, a high 43. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Rob Gilman.
.42 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD.
One-stop painting and renovating.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cohen, all-around nice guy and owner of the best painting company on the South Shore, One Stop Painting. I have a fleet of trucks and over 30 people on staff year-round. They're painters, they're carpenters, and they're power washers waiting to show you why we are consistently voted the best year after year. Now is the time to set up your free quote. From start to finish, One Stop Painting will do everything in-house with no subcontractors. We offer low and high pressure cleaning systems for your vinyl or wood homes. Even your roof can be cleaned safely and efficiently. One Stop Painting can replace any damaged wood, and our thorough preparation and painting will keep your house looking great for many years. I personally guarantee that. Call my office today at 508-888-3500 or visit us online at onestoppainting.com. And let us show you why we're your one-stop for award-winning quality and service since 1986. And why we've held an A-plus accredited rating with the Better Business Bureau since the year we joined back in 1994.
One-stop painting and renovating.
Hey, Dad, I'm really sorry, but I didn't see the wheelbarrow when I was backing out of the driveway, and I put a big dent in the car.
Don't worry about it, sweetie. Happens.
Oh, honey, I don't know what I was doing, but I took a turn a little too tight and dinged up the car on that tree on the corner.
What can you do? Happens.
Dad, I was distracted while driving, and I didn't notice the light had changed, and I maybe sorta kinda rear-ended somebody and banged up the car.
Well, you know what they say. Happens.
Honey, how are you so calm right now?
Because I know Luchetti's can take care of it all. Luchetti's top-of-the-line collision repair service is quick, easy, and affordable. Luchetti's works with all insurance companies and manages each of our claims from start to finish, hassle-free.
When happens, trust Luchetti's, because you can't compete with complete.
CBS Entertainment, Billy Bob Thornton is back, and he means business.
Lawyer up, big boy. Let's go.
This weekend, Season 2 of Landman drops on Paramount Plus with Billy and Oscar nominee Sam Elliott as his dad.
What's the plan here? We're bringing you home.
Now, Billy told me he holds Sam in rarefied air when it comes down to his own path in Hollywood.
When you're coming up, as an actor, you've got people that you think, well, if I ever do that, that's the way I want to be. Sam's subtlety as an actor, just the realness of him, just always struck me in whatever he did.
Check out Landman Season 2 this Sunday on Paramount Plus. For CBS Entertainment, I'm Matt Wolf.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Hello, my name is Patrick Duffy. I am the Bee School Director for Plymouth County Beekeepers Association. Every year we offer an 8-session beginner bee school starting in January. For anyone interested in beekeeping, we are having an informational session for potential bee school students. During this session, we will introduce you to the Plymouth County Beekeepers Association, its mission, programs, and activities. The session will be held at the Laura Center for the Arts at the Hanover Y, November 19th.
Hi, my name's Livia, and I'm with the Marshfield High School Theatrical Society. We would like to invite you to our upcoming production of Clue on November 14th, 15th, 21st, and 22nd in the Marshfield High School Auditorium. For more information, visit our website at marshfieldhdc.seatyourself.biz. Thank you, and we hope to see you there.
Hi, it's Ray Brown from the Talkin' Bird Show. Every Sunday morning, 9:30 to 10, here on WATD. The show is about bird watching in your backyard and beyond, and conservation, because if we don't protect our planet, we can't save our birds. We feature expert guests every week, and we give away some pretty nice prizes in our Mystery Bird Contest. It's Talkin' Birds, no G in talkin', Sunday mornings at 9:30, here on 95.9 WATD.
All right, Lori. Well, are you ready to wrap things up, Lori? The weekend is here. We're getting ready. Audrey Constant is back today. Yeah, she's going to be in the midday chair, take you through till 3 o'clock on WATD. And before we close out, and thanks, by the way, to all the great texters, Sue from Marshfield and Gray Wolf from Kingston and 339, very kind words there about WATD receiving 5 awards, so we're very excited about that. So thanks to all the texters. Lori, it was great to hear from so many people. And I'll mention again the categories. If you're curious, we got Merit Award for Public Service Announcement for Friends of the Bridgewater Music Alley. Excellence in Sound for Battle of Lexington. We got best second place for that. We've got, first place for spot news coverage for the Wrexham Fire in Marshfield. Play-by-play for Quinn Kelly. Second place award there for his Super Bowl call, Situate versus Duxbury. And then, of course, we got a Merit Award for the morning news show. So thank you. The South Shores Morning News, WATD Radio in total, picked up 5 awards. How about that? All right, let's see. One thing I didn't mention, and this is kind of interesting for a note in history. Imagine this. Moby Dick was published, in the USA, 1851. But Aviator, how would you like to be the first person to do this? Eugene Burton Ely performs the first takeoff from a ship. What could go wrong? In Hampton Roads, Virginia, taking off from a makeshift deck on the USS Birmingham. In 1910 was the first time they said, well, this is, way before, aircraft carriers would be a thing. The aviator Eugene Burton Ely was the first person to do it, taking off from a ship in 1910. Wow, good stuff. All right, well, that does it for us. Audrey is up next. She's got the big midday show, 10 to 3. Lori, thank you in the newsroom, and everybody have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, too, the Marshfield Ball Fields fundraising project. They've got their event tomorrow at Green Harbor Golf. Homeplatepride.org. Homeplatepride.org is the website to find out more.
That's all she wrote.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Bye, Lori. Oh, she's not paying attention.
She left the gloom
Bye-bye, everybody.
My front door.
The South Shore's breaking news weather